Mic check. We rolling? We're rolling. Sound like them hip hop artists. You know them hip hop artists when they're always in the studio. Turn on my snare. What's good, guys? Bogus Savage back again, man. You know what time it is, bro. Football purists in the house. Big up to everyone in the chat. Love for the love. Big up Akeem. Big up Cav. Big up Gary. Big up Red for Life, man. Hope everyone's well, man. Back of another weekend of Premier League action. You already know. Bring you the live show. Chop it up a little bit. Just vibes. Nothing too serious. And no agendas. Just savage, you get me? So, hope you're well, man. Big up honesty. See you in the chat, bro. First of all, how is everyone doing? How is everyone treating themselves? How's everyone's family? Everyone healthy? Fitness up? You know what I mean? Good food, hydration, doing good in life. No bums in the chat. If you're a bum, it's cool. You're allowed here, but you need to sort your life out. You get me? We're going to chop up some games on the weekend. Kind of only want to chop up the top four. I think that's what I might do from now on still, Carl. Previously, I've been delving into every single game. Obviously, it's a big talking point throughout the weekend. We can chop that up as well. But listen, man, if you're not in the top four, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's not my problem. I don't care. You get me? So, sadly for the rest of them, man, they ain't in there, and you know what I mean? But we are Liverpool FC. You get me? Since we're here, might as well get to the first. Oh, wait there. Let me just see warm up on that, man. Yeah, I mean, cold open and that. Big up honesty, 5K run. Okay. It's about 3 miles on it. Yeah, man. I hear it. Good for you, blood. Running ain't my thing still. It's not that, you know what I mean? I don't dislike it completely, but it's not fun for me. But it just hurts, blood. So, my cardio has to be strength and conditioning, not go. Yeah, blood. The groin and the lower back and that ain't lower back and still. Pause. Get me? Yeah, man. I suggest. I advise, especially because this chat is full of mandem. Ain't no one gal in this chat, blood, so I'm talking to the mandem, but obviously the same advice. Yeah, man, do the best to take care of yourself, bro. I'll preach it to the cows come home always, but what does that even mean, actually? What to the cows come home? I don't really fall into that same sayings that I don't understand in that. But yeah, I think take care of yourself, man. It's important. It's important as a man to do such, blood. Whether you have an immediate family of your own or you're just part of a family, you gotta take care of somebody. So take care of yourself first, and everything else will be cool after that. Plus, when you're not feeling sloppy as a man, when you're feeling confident as a man, everything else is a lot easier to do, bro. I promise, bro. If you're in the chat right now and you're feeling like an absolute dross blood, absolute bomb blood, if you're feeling like mold blood, yeah, if you're feeling like dirt in a crevice, blood, that's because there's something wrong with you, but you ain't taking care of yourself. But I promise, man. Couple little things straight away. Might be a little shape up, couple push-ups and that. Hydration, you know what I mean? You have to put the fizzy pop away for a little bit, the soda. Drop a few of the chocolates and that. You know what I mean? Get the cholesterol down. I promise you'll feel better, man. Just take my advice, do it for 6 weeks and come back to me and see how you feel. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong in it. But I don't think I am. Experience, you get me? So everyone's been there. But you know how it goes. But big up honesty though, blood. It's dope. Biggest talk point of the weekend, probably the big game yesterday, innit? Which it becomes a lot bigger towards the end of the season. But right now, it's just the new rivalry, the new big rivalry. That Manchester City 2, Arsenal 2, live from the Etihad Stadium, 4 o'clock kickoff, Super Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. Did it live up to the billing? I think the prediction I had for this game was a draw, but I didn't think it was going to be 2-2. I thought it was going to be 0-0, to be honest. And I knew, to me, the football wasn't going to live up to what I thought it could live up to. Obviously, circumstances in the game were down to that as well, because I did enjoy the beginning of that game. I did enjoy the game as a whole in a different way. It's not like I came back and said that was a boring game. It was because of the drama in the game, and after, you know, from both sets of players, from both teams, from both managers, I think they added to that. So they didn't mean to, I don't think, but I feel like the friendship rivalry with Arsenal and Man City, the oh, I'm Guardiola and that's my protege Arteta. There's still going to be respect there, but you respect another football team more and more the better they get, and I feel like Arsenal's getting better. I feel like City are City, so you can never really tell if City's getting worse or anything like that. It is what it is. And personally, the difference I noticed in the game yesterday with Man City, because I know Arsenal fans seem a bit excited and all that. They're lying to themselves. They're screwing that they didn't win that game. And I actually think like against the run of play, they got their goals. Can't moan about that because Liverpool did it and we won 2-1. I'd be happy. But I don't think they were better than Man City in the game for longer than about 6 minutes. I'm being deadly serious. I thought the first half, Man City had them on toes for a little bit. For Cervinho and people like that were cooking. For Haaland was cooking and trying to bully man and that. And then obviously the game got spoiled in certain instances and stuff like that. So we'll get into that part though as well. I seen a little bit more emotion from Man City yesterday, which they're not known for being emotional. And that's normally how they get the job done. They're not known for being rattled. And because they're not known to being rattled, that's how they get the job done. We've seen Guardiola on the sideline rattled before. We've only really seen it against Klopp. And yeah, usually that happened if Liverpool had already won the game and there was a referee decision that he didn't like when we beat them 3-1 that time, twice. But apart from that, mainstay. Now, I got reasons to why I think Guardiola and Man City seem a bit more. I don't know about Man City, the team, but obviously you kind of riff off what your manager does on it. So I believe, and I could be completely wrong, but I believe this is Guardiola's last season. I think it's his last season in the Premier League. I think he's so good that he can obviously choose when he wants to leave and stuff. But because I feel like it's his last season, I don't think he's done all the announcements and all that business. I don't think any of that. I feel like, well, you're in your final season, you want to win what you've been winning, and you want to go out on a high, you want to carry on winning everything. And on a regular season, if he was going to stay there for longer, it'll just be, rinse and repeat and see what happens. He ain't going to want to lose the league to Arteta on his last season, bro. And the points mean more. I know, because the way he celebrated when Haaland's first goal went in, considering it was in the 9th minute of the game, Guardiola doesn't normally celebrate like that. But he celebrated like it was big business. Part of that is because Arteta's getting so good and Arsenal's getting better. But that's what I believe anyway. Obviously, I can be completely wrong. It's an opinion I have. But yeah, as I said, I thought City were cooking. I thought Haaland's goal was great. He took it great. I thought it was the one bit of bad defending from Arsenal's point where they let him through. He was showing for the ball for about 15 seconds. He was bending his run. He was holding his run. Calafiori didn't watch the line, so he stepped forward. Martinelli couldn't track him, and then Saliba and Gabriel couldn't get across quick enough. He's like, what did they call it on gaming? Did it slipstreaming on like Need for Speed and stuff? Like if you knock into the back of someone's car, they go a little bit faster. They got on GTA. That's what happens to Haaland. If you knock into Haaland while he's on the ball, usually you propel him forward, and that's what happened. And he took the goal great, because I think if he shapes up with his left foot to go around the keeper, I think Gabriel or Saliba gets across pretty easy, because he's going to telegraph it. He damn near toe poke shunted it straight, and it was a great goal. It was a great goal, so I thought he did that well as well. Obviously, from that point on, they dominate the game. They're in it, and then we get the first controversial part of the game, you could say, where it's a free kick in the middle of the park. That's fine. The referee calls Carl Walker over to speak to him. Now, I don't think to be fair, the way the goal went in, I don't think it affected it that much, because the goal was a screamer. But at the same point, the player wasn't to be able to get back in his position quick enough. The ball was in the wrong place to where the free kick was taken. They take the free kick, they move down the field, and then obviously you can't say anything. Calafiori's goal was a banger in it. Like what are you supposed to do about that? It was a great finish. So I thought it was dope. I thought it was a dope goal. It wasn't. I'd seen somebody earlier trying to say it was a cross and that, but it wasn't a damn cross, blood. You know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, man. But he got back in the game. Big up, Ends.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, man. And then the next contentious decision is just right before halftime in the game, and it's 1-1. First of all, they get the corner. I mean, I probably spoke about Gabriel's corners online more than anybody, bro, because I just rate what he can do in the air and that. But also, it gives me Ivanovic vibes, bro, where it's so it's almost like it's like getting a free kick for like Beckham or something. Like something's gonna happen from it. And then as you saw the defending, you had the signs. It was telegraphed because the corner before he did the exact, not something similar, not something close to. He did the exact same movement on the corner before. Left Doku, and he missed the header. And if anyone sees that replay back to the header he missed, he definitely should have scored.
Yeah.
Then I watched Walker screw at Doku for letting him go. And then you go, oh, well, I'll take it on and I'll mark him. And you poke him over and over again in his side piece. And then just let him run past you, get the leap. And damn near, his header was so good that he nearly ran into the goal, bro. Like, I got no goalkeeper can do anything from that point on. And I got back into the game. What do you think of that defender on that corner?
Nah, do you know what I realized? Yeah, and the key part ain't even the Gabriel run. You know what the key part is? Saliba and Martinelli, man. Bro, Saliba runs in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Martinelli turns his back to where the corner is, and he runs into the back of the goalkeeper. So it's like I'm holding him up, so the keeper can't go to the far post where the ball's traveling to. That first corner, Sam, if you see, they did the exact same thing. And I'm like, so hold on. So you man ain't gonna go and protect your goalkeeper, go and grab man up and push man away from the goal.
They did the same thing against Spurs.
They did the same run, bro. Literally, Saliba and Martinelli goes behind where they're holding their line, and they literally go, I'm gonna stand in front of the goalkeeper, and then you're gonna back into the goalkeeper. So we just shield him off. He can't then come and collect, and then the ball gets floated to the back stick. So it's free, bro. I'm like, so are we just gonna watch man do this twice, and no one's gonna?
It's a weird situation because
Sam, if Liverpool, when we play them, and we can see and the man allow Alisson to get blocked off like that, I'm fighting my defenders, bro.
If I'm correct,
allow my goalkeeper to get blocked off like that.
The one thing where I think it was Roy Keane saying, well, Ederson should do better because if they're muscling him off, he should do the same thing. It's dark arts, isn't it, bruv? And as I said before, if you get away with it, you get away with it. It is slightly cheating, but it's only cheating if you get caught, bruv. Because Martinelli is damn near got his arm on the neck piece of Ederson, bro. So, and the thing is, Arsenal always do. I said this last season. I made a whole video on the Hangover Show last season talking about how Arsenal take these corners and that some of it ain't fair, bro, because the refs should be watching. But at the same point, if anyone remembers when Liverpool played Man City last season, John Stones did the same thing to us. Remember that? What did the hold off Alisson? No, who did the push out the way? Remember, someone was on our post and they pushed them. And John Stones scored.
Yeah, John Stones run onto the front post and then someone blocked off. I think it was either a defender or the goalkeeper, and then he was just
someone was on our post and they got pushed out the way, and then John Stones, McAllister, there you go. He was on our post and then he got pushed out the way, and John Stones scored. So in that case, I don't feel sorry for you, but you get me. You commit the crime, you do the time, you get me. So they got that. And then you get the biggest talk about the game, I guess, where Trossard gets sent off. It's added on time, and it's like the 48th minute or something, because obviously the way the game started is man just ran through Rodri like he weren't there, and the Operation Mash Up Rodri is in full effect. But
do you know, obviously, I don't know what these man did, bro, but he looks like, I'm sure we'll speak about it, but it's stupidity from Trossard, bro. We always blame refs for certain things, and like there's certain games are like, bro, come on, man, you're not even making it fair. At this rate, you're just giving free kicks to the other team just to see what happens. But you can't be on a yellow card. You run into the back of Bernardo Silva, which is probably a yellow card in its own right. And then the referee goes, it's only a free kick. And then you run and just kick the ball. Bro, you go and boot the ball away. Nah, you're getting a card.
We've covered referee decisions on the internet. No one else seems to do it. We've delved into it, and from the fans, obviously, if you're emotional in the game, that's fair enough as a fan. When you look back at stuff after, like most of the Arsenal fans now with the Rice getting sent off before, they're like, oh yeah, it was a sending off. Whereas in the game, they're saying all this stuff about the ref and all that. They have a job to do just as the footballers do in it. So I know their job's not easy. For me, obviously everyone's going to start saying consistency. That's fair enough. That's not a bad thing. Okay. But yet you know exactly what you're doing. For me, the bigger talking point is what you just said. How is that elbow to the back not a yellow card on its own, bro? Because, bro, I'm telling you, bro, while I was watching the game, I didn't even think of the kick away because I just thought that, like, they already booked him for, like, elbowing man in the back, innit? So when they're like, oh, nah, it's for kicking the ball away, it's like, kicking the ball away. The elbow to the back was way worse than that, bro. But he knew what he was doing. I seen Arsenal fans try and make excuse for Trossard, saying, "Oh, because it was the last kick of the game to go into half time, he didn't know." And I was like, "Well, that's already been debunked because Calafiori said that Trossard didn't hear the whistle." So I was like, "Which one is it? You can't have it both ways." So that's one of them ones. Did he
didn't hear the whistle, Sam? It's the one of the loudest whistles. If anyone has never heard like a professional referee's whistle, you can hear that outside the stadium. Like that shit is loud. It's made because you're inside the confinement of thousands of fans shouting.
Yeah.
Anytime a player goes, I didn't hear, I'm like, all right, bro. I'm a dickhead then, innit? Because I know how loud that shit is. And you heard it.
The whole thing changed the game, bro. Like it changed the game, not for the better, to be honest. And I feel like it ruined it as a spectacle. Obviously, if you play for Man City or Arsenal, it's a little bit different for you, innit? But for the neutral, bro, like getting a man sent off in that game probably helped Arsenal a bit because I thought they were going to get mashed up with the full team. Like the way you see what's going on for a little bit, it looked like to me that they're going to get caught out a few times, and that defending wasn't the greatest in that time as well. So,
do you think it's a lot more? It's a lot more easier. Well, it's a lot more harder to play against 10 men than it used to be. Do you remember back in there when team used to go down 10 men, you're like, oh my day, 7-8 goals coming. Now I'm just like, bro, we be lucky to score because these men they're gonna go into the lowest defensive block, and you can't break it down because their sole purpose is now we are protecting something, this lead, or we're drawing, or we're protecting it. So do you think it's harder now to beat a team with 10 men?
Yeah, because I feel like the responsibility for like to entertain your crowd isn't there anymore. So man are just like, all right, bro, now we're down to 10 men. We'll just defend for the life of it, man. Obviously, I was trying to compare this game to big up G, by the way.
Big up, bro. You got it.
I was in my head while I was watching, I was like, okay, the comparison here is Liverpool versus Spurs last season, but we went down to 9 men. But even when we went down to 9 men, bro, we still had like it was Szoboszlai doing all the forward thinking in it. Like he was at the end, and then we had everyone else defending, bro. I don't know, man. It feels like anti-football. I can't tell man how to do their job because obviously, in the end, they didn't lose the game, but you was 2-1 up and you didn't win. So everyone getting excited from the Arsenal side, getting excited that you got a draw. I'm like, now you can say you got a draw. I'll say that you threw away the victory because a little bit of tweaking could have helped, man. They had no outball, bro. You know how tiring it is to like, them basically telling me that City get the whole ball for the whole half of football, bro. And try to do that in training for longer than 20 minutes to see how you feel about it, bro.
Yeah, it's a psychological part as well. You switch off mentally in just one moment.
It stinks, bro.
You're running, to be fair, you're kind of running less because you're only using one half of a pitch and you're working probably within a space of maybe 20 yards. You know, you're just shuffling side to side and make sure you're plugging gaps and being a bit more aggressive on maybe a player trying to make runs and stuff. But it's that switching off part because at moments you go, oh, no, we got it covered, and then you go on ball watch for a second and someone makes a run. I think that's the hardest part, man, in terms of when you go down to 10 men. What
do you think, G?
Yeah, bro, I think N said it there perfectly, bro. Like it would have been more about that for Arsenal, which they did well, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Like to hold off a team for that long, especially the best team out there, a team that we know can unlock defenses, bro. That was mad, bro. That was actually mad. And I saw the players, like, you see when they start just kicking it anywhere now. Like, I don't even care. I'm not trying to put it into space. I'm just kicking it anywhere. Yeah, bro, I just need the ball away from this area here.
You know, Chelsea Barca.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think Ramirez ended up scoring at the end, and it just end up in the game, and Torres and that. But I remember like just the defending, like, yeah, I'm just rossing the ball away. Or when Mourinho was doing it with Inter, and that was like, nah, we'll just ross the ball away, blood. I'll just defend for the life of it, bro. But obviously, the difference is when Mourinho their Champions League games and it like.
Yeah. But also they had 11 players, so
exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
That would have been the thing. But
It is
listen,
a
man,
point, man. It's one of those, isn't it? Like in the end, there must be more gutted because there was obviously winning the game. So Man City would, by the time we get to the end of the game, Man City will feel better about the fact that we got a draw out of it from the beginning of the game, though, because at the Etihad they want to get the victory. I thought it was going to be a draw anyway. Arsenal the dark arts were coming out, bro. They were, you know what I mean, wasting time, and man were lying down on the floor. Some of them actually had cramp, but some of them, like Raya won. But I knew straight away, I was like, nah, there's nothing wrong with him, bro. There's nothing wrong with him at all. And I said to End yesterday, but this always happens, bro. Newcastle did it against Liverpool, and you ended up with extra time added on. Then Carvalho scored in the last second of the game, bro. Like you got to think smart about what you're doing. I know you want a little bit of a respite because you defended so much, but yeah, there was no outlet for them.
You have to
interesting that they took off Saka though.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's interesting that they took off Saka as the player, even though I thought he stunk in that first half, but even still,
I did think. That's why.
Yeah, I hear it.
I think that's what
he came
out in the second half and I seen there was no Saka. I was like, yeah, they've got no outboard, bro. They're just going to defend. Yeah. Because Martinelli one thing he can do is run for days, and like if you give him the ball, he tried it a few times, but he just felt like, I don't know how much possession in total Kyle Walker and Diaz had of the ball on their own, but he felt like it was just Diaz and Kyle Walker playing and the rest of the Man City players in the box. And I'm not saying this because it happened. I literally was watching the going, bro, you have to bring Grealish on in this game, bro. You have to, bro. Because you know he's good. Bro, if you try and tackle Grealish in the box, bro, it's a penalty, bro.
Yeah.
And then you notice that all of a sudden, Grealish is like, well, yeah, you've been crossing the ball in the whole half and not doing anything, bro. So maybe we should take these corners quick. All of a sudden, Arsenal start getting a bit tired. I did notice one thing watching the goal back, bro. When it went for a corner, I don't know if you don't notice this. Saliba's in the box celebrating.
Yeah.
Big man, the game, focus on the game.
He was celebrating the fact that they got rid of the ball and they went for a corner in it. So it's like, oh, come on. And I'm like, bro, listen, get everyone focused again. Like, yo, listen, we need to. Man said, nah, man. And that's the moment we're talking about, Sav, in terms of it's not you get tired, it's that mental part where you just switch off. So in his mind, he's like, oh, the clock is running down.
Yeah.
That's their last chance. Come on, boys.
So the focus has to be like, remember, we had it with Matip. Like he actually defended great a whole game and then rossed into the net. Right at the end.
Yeah.
You have to stay focused. And the thing is, I'm not that impressed by what Arsenal did. Because but I'm just not. But I'm not doing it because it's Arsenal. Because if Everton did this, nobody would be impressed, bro. But that's what they would do with Tarkowski and them, man. With Brentford, I watched Brentford do it against United before and concede in the last minute.
If anything, I'd be more impressed if Brentford did it. If I'm being honest.
I watched them do it, and then the same thing happened. McTominay came on and scored in the last minute, and they defended great for the rest of the game. So it's one of those. It's early in the season, and obviously everyone can pick and choose how they decide to see stuff on it. Either way, everyone's going to be right because you can go, oh well, if Arsenal beat Man City at the Etihad, they would have won the league. We don't know how the season's going to go, but obviously they have had. There's a run of games that Arsenal's had where they've escaped them pretty well so far because they haven't lost a game. They beat Villa. They probably should have lost that game. They drew with Brighton, and they were all away as well, I think. So,
do you know what it is though, Sam? It's you're right in terms of like they've had a difficult start to the season. But I always look at us like we're always in that same boat, bro. We got Man United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Normally it's like Chelsea, and I'm like, bro, this is mad, you know. And then we find ourselves in a position where we're playing catch up. While I'm watching like Man City and Arsenal in the usual years, they're like, oh, they've just got this, and it. They're on 12 points early, and we're on like 9 because we've had, I don't know, Man City within that or Chelsea with a mad draw out of nowhere, and then we're playing catch up. So it's good that they've had it the other way around. The expectation now for them is to go and win the other game, maybe when they have an easier run. But that might even be more difficult because of the way the teams might go, do you know what, we're going to set up like this, you know, because there's an expectation for them to go and win it. Where with us now, when we come to those games and it's the Man City, and it's going to be difficult when we play these type of teams and the Brightons, we know they're not sitting back. So it could help us, especially building that confidence with all the wins we've had. And now we're going to play teams that want to be expansive. We could hurt them as well, man. So I prefer to have an easier start, and then when it comes to the difficult ones, we'll see what happens, man. But
Yeah,
Our game against Arsenal is going to be interesting.
we're
I
playing
think,
catch up after.
that's true.
yeah, no, I agree with what you said. Sorry.
Colin said, why they call Walker Mark Gabriel? Why isn't it a Kanji or dear? No. You can't even use that in hindsight. But Walker's an athlete, but it shouldn't be a problem in marking Gabriel.
Remember, they've got Saliba in the box. You've got Calafiori in the box as well.
Yeah.
You've got what's his face, Partey in the box. You've got other two players that have to be marked, bro. We can't just go, let's just mark. It's the part where they allow their goalkeeper to get bullied, bro.
Yeah,
they allow two men to just run behind your lines. So you're holding this, I don't know, this line just in front of your goal, but you still allow two men to go and block your goalkeeper off twice. The first time I saw it, and I'm like, he got in here because the keeper was blocked off. He can't really come across to maybe even just be there to catch it or whatever. And then it happened again. I'm like, seen, but you guys ain't watching that, man. But yeah, you can't just, there's other man in there that needs to be marked, bro. Can't just, you know what I mean?
Big up, Goat. He said, how would you man set up Liverpool to defend Arsenal's corners? I mean, Gabriel scored against us as well, blood. So, but I'm telling Kanate to strangle this youth, blood. I'm not even messing around, bro.
I think Kanate will mark from the set piece, but I also think
best headers of the ball. Put Virgil on Saliba, and then put Kanate and Gabriel, bro. Don't mess around with all this zonal stuff, and whoever's just there is there.
In fairness, though, it's like what you said, though. They wouldn't be my biggest worry from the actual corner itself in terms of, yes, you can say that, all right, cool, you got those two, Van Dijk and Kanate, obviously you guys will pattern up Saliba and Thing, right? We don't have any other good headers of the ball like that. So the reality is, as En said, you got your Thomas Partey's, you got the Kai Havertz, who's fantastic in the air. Like, they've got other players who I think will be a problem. And again, even if you say, let's not even worry about that, it's the actual corner routine I'm more worried about than who actually scores, because we can see what they're actually doing. And somehow, I don't know how, Declan Rice and Ødegaard and Saka, they get it on the money more or less, more often than not.
Saka's corners are perfect, bro.
Bro, they're perfect, bro. So where he's going to get it, where Alisson's going to be in a position where, as En said about Edison, is that, bro, the keeper can't come out. If the keeper can't come out, they will deliberately miss Saliba and Gabriel on purpose so that a Calafiori or whoever it is will get on the end of it. That's more my worry, because I think we're going to focus on those two because they're the best at headering, but we're going to forget, oh shit, if we focus on those two, when he's just said they're probably going to run near post, we're going to think, oh, everyone run near post, all of a sudden, far post, we're fucked, no one's back there, they score at the back post.
The thing is, though, it's a routine, though, isn't it? So, like, patterns of play. When we play them, Slot needs to be watching the videos before that. Of course, we know that you might see Declan Rice put one arm up and it means something else. But from what I've seen so far, and when I've seen it against Spurs as well, you notice that, like, bare of them just go to the back post and it's like four of them there. Yeah. Gabriel is not with them. He's never with them, bro. He's on his own somewhere. And I know they're about to run across and push their defenders the other way, so Gabriel can have a free run, bro. And he's always just got a free run to the same spot. Of course, they're so good at it that you might just score in it. It's just
bro. Facts.
Also, whoever's on the post, you might put someone on the post and make sure they're strong. So basically don't put Trent on the post because you fail. So
just make sure we're marking correctly, man, and don't allow the goalkeeper to be blocked off.
Yeah.
Don't allow Alisson or Kelleher, whoever it is on the day, to be blocked off, because these men can come and get a punch away or blah blah blah, or come and catch a cross or whatever in it. But what I've noticed is, because they blocked the goalkeeper, all the defenders are now focused on is, all right, let's just make sure we got our man. And I'm like, bro, that's not the point, bro. Your goalkeeper is on the floor. So if any ball on target, unless you're in the way, he's going in the net, bro. He's not there to try and save it. So they
what do you think about the score anyway? What do you man think about that's one thing I love about the game, and it's missing, bro. I don't like all this friendly business. Like, we already know you lot are going to be cold. Like, you're cool after the game. But in the game, bro, I like the shithousery, bro. Haaland dashed the ball in man's head. Bro, it's a beautiful thing. No. The reason why I love it is because I know what Haaland's like, bro. He was like this at Dortmund, bro. I was watching it every week, bro. Don't make a point of, like, pissing Haaland off, bro. Don't make a point of it, bro, because he's always seemed like, before games, the narrative is always, when Haaland comes down and Saliba and Gabriel, he's only scored 1 goal and blah, blah. Okay, that's going to piss him off. Then you run over his main guy, which is Rodri. If you notice that, the way Haaland ran over man at the end of the game is exactly what they did to Rodri, bro. He got man back, bro. He was elbowing man in the face. He dashed the ball in man's head after he scored. Bro, it's a beautiful thing to see. Bro, I love it.
You see pat Arteta on the back as well and tell him to be humble.
And then you saw what he said to Thingy, innit? When Lewis Skelly and who are you, bloods? So
no, you know, sometimes you run over, I'm back in the man there, but you ain't got a stature or status yet. Man said, bro, what you did? Bro, get out.
Listen, bro. On FIFA, you're a silhouette, man. Piss off,
bro. Literally, you are a silhouette.
Yeah, don't come to me with your 67 rated card and that, blood. No one knows you, blood. And as for you,
are you even on FIFA? Is the question he's probably asking, man.
Give you all you just made it, and you're not on the game, blood. No one knows you, but move, blood. That's what it is, man. Man looked at man like a dickhead, bro. I think it's beautiful. I love when Liverpool do it. We don't do it enough, but I love this. I don't want the other team to like us, bro. What for what?
But okay. So I see someone, I can't remember if it was Terry, but someone posted out and they're talking about like this rivalry thing that you're talking about, yeah. And I was like, and they were trying to then compare. This is done, by the way. They were trying to compare like the Liverpool Man City like rivalry that we had, where people were saying, "Oh, it's all nicey." I was like, you got to realize though, yeah. It was a lot nicer than this. I would say that much. Like I feel like this is a lot worse in terms of this seems like they proper hate each other. I never got the vibe that it was like that with Man City. Like I never looked at them, or I never felt the games were like,
the game. That's why it's because we're normally in the game peppering them, bro, and then it's the manager going mad. And then if the ball goes out, something would spill over.
No, but then even the two managers, you'd even see it like them two proper respect each other. Like there's no, like they might not like each other in the sense of we're gonna be best friends after the game, but I never ever got the vibe that Pep or Klopp looked at each other and was like, bro, I feel like what I was saying was it's when you reach a level of respect for the opposition and it's a new rivalry and we're both teams who are winning things at the same time, like we're winning, okay, maybe we get a UCL, they get the Premier League and you know, all of those kind of things. It creates this kind of level of respect that you're like, bro, and as En said, in the matches that we're playing against them, the game is so high octane and you've left everything on the pitch. I'll be real, there's not really any other time to then be like, yeah, I'm gonna beef this guy and obviously look at the stature of our players, bro. Like we're talking about Van Dijk, Konate, the Matips of this world. Like we've got like world-class, big, imposing type of players. Unfortunately for Arsenal, you've not won anything. Your fans talk the most. So when you then come up against City, I feel like City are just more annoyed with you guys because they're like, brother, you guys keep talking shit all the fucking time, but you've not done anything. You've not won anything. You keep coming up against us and just defending, which is pissing us off because we're like, bro, I bet you just play a bit of football. At least when we play Liverpool, they at least try. So if we lose, okay, we lose. Okay, cool, we lost to Liverpool. No worries. That's calm. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because the game is amazing. It's high octane, 2-2 draws here. Like, think about the 2-2 draw we've had at Anfield compared to that 2-2 draw we just saw the other day. Come on, bro. That is chalk and cheese.
One said 2 set pieces and boring football. Like.
And boring football. Like, come on.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. The show, the better the other team gets, the more respect you get from them.
Yes.
To play football, man. I think there is a bit to like. It ain't just that they're annoyed by Arsenal. I feel like they can smell that Arsenal's getting better at it. And when you and remember, Arsenal's beat them like twice in the last 2 seasons. I think they beat them twice last season. Charity Shield and in the league as well. It's becoming a bit closer in it. Like the points have got closer. The last season it was 2 points behind, whereas the season before they fell apart. It's a weird one, man. And as I said,
Arsenal need to win the league. I'm sorry, if they don't, then they can't. I don't want to hear anything.
No, they can't. No, they can't. It's true. But it's a weird thing, man. As for this, bro, fastest to 100 goals in European football, but
elite.
Yeah, these men are different levels, man.
It's good company to be in, man. He's got the same record as Ronaldo.
What was Suarez's one? Did you see?
Suarez is 100 in 120 matches. Haaland's is 100 in 105, and Ronaldo's is 100 in 105.
Right. That's dumb scoring goals, but you know these man that the cheat codes of football. Ronaldo at Madrid was a cheat code. Haaland at Man City is a cheat code, and Suarez when he went to Barcelona was a cheat code. Like after that, you just like any chance that just lands in the box to one of these, man. Yeah, it's in the net, innit? It's just one of those ones, bro. You ain't, it's just nothing you can do about it.
Serious business, man.
It's
I rate it,
dumb.
blood. I'm of that, man. I can't like. I'm sorry. I know like people do the tribalism thing and all that, and fuck some of these teams, and I hate Man U, so I've got it there, bro. But I can't do the over hate for Man City. I can't do it, brother. Like I don't like them. I don't like them in general, but the extra hate and all that stuff, and I'm supposed to pretend that these man ain't ballers and that, and try and like bring up 115 charges every week. I'm not gonna do it, blood. The man just doesn't play for good football, bro. I don't care what anyone thinks, bro. Everyone keeps trying to make excuses against Man City. There's no excuse to be made anymore, bro. They've been winning the league every season for however long, bro. Now, at this point, if you got a problem with Man City in the way they do certain things, and I'm just like, you don't like football, then, and I don't care,
bro.
It's ridiculous, bro. Oh yeah, Haaland no need. That's why when Quasi brought the thing yesterday about Haaland's goals versus compared to our goals, and why don't Liverpool players create chances like that for our striker? I'm like, we do. Talking about Captain Haaland scores one type of goal, bro. He can do everything. They're not all tap-ins, bro. Was that tap-in yesterday? Starting from outside the box, bro.
Good run, good
What
pass.
is this myth that this guy only scores? I don't understand this yet.
No, it's because it's not a myth. Yeah, it's just because of the way Man City play. So you always look at their goals. Like there's some mad goals in there. Don't get me wrong. There's some quality, like Edison, mad long ball. Haaland just barge man off, finish that off, dink the goalkeeper. Cross comes into the box. But because of the stigma of how City play, they try and isolate you down the lines and then get the ball from a pullback. And sometimes he's there for the tap in, sometimes a little back post cross, and he's there for. So I think that's where it comes from more than it just being, it's only that. But it's because they just see the way Man City play and go, we assume all of their goals are scored like this. But they do score some mad goals sometimes, bro.
I'd say, man, you know where assumptions come from? Lack of knowledge, bro. If you watch them play, they realize that you don't just score tap-ins, bro. It's ridiculous. And with the amount of goals he scored, clearly, bro, like just go check his resume in it. He's got all types of goals, man. It is just what it is. The man's he's a serious footballer, bro.
My left foot is mad, bro. I can't.
The excuse that everyone always tries to give for Haaland now is he's a world-class striker, but as a footballer, he's not. Shut up, bro.
He's just required to play in a certain way. But that's why, obviously, you watched him at Salzburg and Dortmund. You know that that's not the way he was playing. The way he plays for City is not the way he's playing for them man there, bro. The way he played for them man there, yeah.
Bro, was different gravy, rude boy.
You not think there's this new thing, bro, and we're having the Liverpool fan base as well. Man just want people to require to play him a certain way just for their entertainment, bro.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
Do what's efficient, bro. What are we doing here? Like, you want do what's efficient, bro, because it's going to get you the most goals. It's going to get us the victories, bro. Man just want to be happy about compilation in the second place every year, bro.
Bro, them compilations, bro, they must be eating some real good money, bro.
It's such a weird thing, bro. Like, a man could be a bad boy with his right foot. A man's like, yo, but I need him to use that left foot. I'm like, bro, there's a reason why none of us said that about Beckham, bro.
How about Robert? The reason why man don't care about
you ever told Roberto Carlos to use his right foot?
No.
No need, blood. When your left foot's that, I don't remember Van Persie getting up top of the pitch and going, Van Persie, that was a good goal on your left, but you probably should have shifted on your right, bro, for the fans, blood.
Hey, remember that bad goal he scored against Charlton where man leaped in some.
You know why that's in the image in my mind? Because I remember the newspaper article the day after on the way to football getting a bottle of water. This is crazy memory business, bro. He was on the front cover, but the way the still image looked, it looked like he was above the player, like how high he jumped. Yeah. Then the man tried to recreate when we got football training. Didn't work out well, blood.
Yeah, it didn't work out well. I tried it. Yeah, it's not definitely not.
It's crazy, man. Hollywood said best strikers were not world-class players, but world-class finishers. Owen, Van Nistelrooy, Shearer, Henry was the exception.
You threw Henry in there like he wasn't a world-class player, Hollywood.
You're saying they are the exceptions, like they are the world-class ones, and the other ones.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you said he wasn't.
I get that. That's like thingy, isn't it? Like Kevin Phillips and that. Ballers.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder with them like sometimes it's the team you play for? Because some people's finishing is like so undeniable that I'm like, it's just because you play for this team. Why you're not on the bigger? Because that's all the difference is. You play for a bigger team. When you play for a bigger team, you play Champions League football. That means you get recognised on a higher level in it. Whereas some people don't. That's what we had with Riquelme, bro. You could have went anywhere, bro.
Anywhere. Do you know it's so difficult as well? Because sometimes you go. Because I always think that as well. If you go because of how good you are, you go here, blood. You could But sometimes you go there, man. The man, I'm like, listen, I hear you with the guy there, but we got too many ballers here, so we have to distribute it accordingly. So you can't come here and we're going to give you the ball all the time because there's other big man here that we need.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's easier to say if you're in the same league, innit? So, like, if you go to the team in the same league, then it's like, okay, I can say that because you're already scoring the goals in that league already, bro. It's different when you're coming from, like, I don't know, Eredivisie, and then you're like, he's a baller there, striking. If he played for a team in the Prem, because we've seen they come to the Prem and sometimes it's shit, bro. It's just, then you are like, it's just the levels. But I always think that, man. I think there's probably been a few over the years, a few exceptions and that. But yeah, man, Haaland's a different breed, bro. You get me? Seeing this with Gabriel Saliba, they've entered the best centre-back partnerships of the last 10 seasons. And as you can see, Virgil and Matip's at the top. Big problems. So it's big business, man. It's big business, man.
First of all, how is Mertesacker and Koscielny? Bro, that's mad. That just threw me off. You know, I'm looking at the names, Mertesacker and Koscielny. Heck.
Yeah, Liverpool's on.
Yeah, they were winning games back then, weren't they? It was just like it just weren't equating to nothing. Maybe the FA Cups was flying in around them times, but they were winning games. They just couldn't compete.
Yeah, mad this man. Gomez and Virgil's on there as well.
Laporte and Diaz, but Laporte is a solid player.
Yeah, I knew straight away which that's thingy. That's lockdown season, bro. Diaz Diaz and Laporte was moving mad in that season, boy.
Yeah, they were.
So Virgil, I think they're top, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What season is that? I can't see them. I think 21, 22. Okay.
Yeah, and then the Virgil and Gomez one's 1920, I think.
So what are they saying that these? Because I know they keep trying to push the agenda for these two to be the best in terms of. But I've still yet to see Arsenal play the mad expand in terms of like when we used to this. I'm like, bro, why are we leaving the two man on their own defending? I still ain't seen that from them, Where I
do get your point. There's 2 points to it, innit? Because obviously you go, oh well, if you play more expansive and you've still got this kind of record, then it looks like you're defending better because you've got harder things to defend against, and you don't have the solidity of like just defending with the
someone coming in and kind of shuffling towards it, and then you can.
Exactly. But then obviously from their point, they're going to be like, well, that's not our fault.
But then that's why when they talk about if that's a fair point, but when they go individually, like oh no, he is miles better. I'm like, I don't know, because every time I've seen you get the isolation, you get cooked up. So
yeah, I get your point.
You know what I mean? That's what I want to see that more. Just to see, because if you're there, mopping up Haaland on a one-on-one all the time, like because it's just you and whatever the strikers of this world now, and you're there like mopping man up not because Rice has run back and shoved him in the back and then someone's flew in and then you just nicked in, or do you know what I mean? And we're in a low blocking because you win your header. That's cool, great. Like, I'm not saying you're not a good defender because you have to be good to play in the Premier League. But every time I've seen you in them isolated moments, blood, you know what I mean? The cookage still.
I'll tell you with this, man, I ain't going to lie, but my views on Gabriel and Saliba have not changed, bro. I know there's always... I still think Gabriel's better than Saliba, bro.
I'm with you, bro.
It's not... People think it's just because everyone keeps comparing Virgil and Saliba, so I'm like, oh, let me just say... Oh, I actually think he's better, bro. I feel like a big reason to why most people don't think that is because obviously Gabriel was in the first team before. Saliba was on loan when Gabriel was in the first team. So you've been able to see Gabriel not be good as well, like make mistakes and stuff. Yeah. But just judge him on how good he's got, and he's good now. So I think he's cold
as well, isn't it? As well. So
yeah. Remember, you've just seen all you've seen with Saliba is come off loan and then be good straight away. So you don't have any remnants of him being bad at all, bro. Well, you've seen Gabriel make certain mistakes and that every now and again or score own goal and that. But for me, I think it's better, bro. It depends what you want. Obviously, one's on the front foot, one's not. We have that with most partnerships nowadays. Vidic and Ferdinand. Ferdinand was in the Saliba role. Virgil's in the Saliba role, where they're a bit more relaxed and they step out with the ball. Whereas the other ones, Gabriel, Konate, Vidic, they're on the front foot. They're the aggressor on it. So
I feel like Gabriel's more of a leader, to be fair. He's the leader in the defensive line.
He's definitely a leader. But I mean, where he steps out with the ball, like he's aggressive in it.
Just the way he speaks as well. You can see him. He's always trying to organize and get things.
He looks like the captain. Every time I see him.
No, that's the word I was looking. He does look like the captain. But I've not seen that from Saliba yet. And he's still mad young. So he's still got years to go, man.
You might not
Obviously,
ever. You might not ever do the leadership thing. Like you can still end up being the best without it. You might not ever do that.
Facts.
but you know that's the next level in it. Like, okay, what's your leadership quality? Because then they're gonna say, "Nah, you're Varane now. Because you're only good next to someone that's a leader." Do you know that statement? Oh, Varane was only good because he was next to Ramos, and that could be. You know what I mean? Like, it's only good when he's next to someone that can lead. If no one can.
Interesting that they're so young that like we're at the start of a rotation. We get to see like these people progress in life now. I wonder where they end up going. Do they stay at Arsenal? You never know, in it. Arsenal could get better and start winning stuff, and these men stay, or man could just dip off. Man could just go Bayern Munich or something like next season.
I think you know what helps them, yeah, and why I can maybe see why people call them to the best partnership. They are actually a partnership. They are actually a partnership. Liverpool don't have a partnership. That's the problem. So as you can see here, it's Van Dijk and Matip. It's Van Dijk and Gomez. Now it's Van Dijk and Konate. We don't have a partnership, and we never really had
defenders though. G, so we've always wanted to rotate.
They've only got I don't think it's to do anything with being
yeah. But if let's say all right, G, let's say that's right. Let's say then if we look at the Arsenal team, apart from Saliba and Gabriel, let's take Calafiori out of it, like because that's when they're comparing Matip and Matip ain't been there this season. So let's take Calafiori out of it. Then man, they didn't want to play Kivior, and who was the other one they have, man? Not Chambers. What's the other done they had last year?
The one with the hair transplant, Donny.
Yeah, is it one of them, man? There. So when you look at them, you go, well, hold it. So that's why they were able to become that, because the other two ain't good enough. Arsenal fans openly said that, but where we had Matip, Konate, Gomez, and Virgil, you're like, okay, I don't mind. Obviously, I know people have their own problems now with Gomez, but I'm talking about when he's good. You know what I mean? When people actually respected him in the scene, when no one could get past him and Verge. So we had to rotate because we had better defenders. These man, do you think these man really want to play Kivior and Holding in a game in the Premier League?
No, bro, not at all. Not, but I think
but that's what so they're able to create the partnership because they don't have. Okay, let's say now Calafiori was signed as a centre back. They're using him more as a left back because they don't respect Zinchenko. Say they sign Calafiori as that. I could see that being disruptive, and then it becomes like what you're mentioning now. It's Saliba and Calafiori. It's Gabriel, you know what I mean? It starts rotating because he's as good as them.
But I hear what you're saying. I guess what I'm trying to get at is this, yeah. We signed Gomez because we couldn't trust him. We ended up trying to get someone who's either, would we say, equal level, potentially better than him. So that's where I look at it. And I don't think Arsenal look at Calafiori, even if he was to play centre-back, he's not better than Saliba or Gabriel. And I don't think they would have even have looked at him in that way to at least even say he would have to have come in as like, nah, you're going to be like a bench man and we ain't going to really use you because we don't rotate anyway. Like Arsenal don't really rotate their team too tough. Where Van Dijk has obviously been here for so long and he's stayed fit, he hasn't had a partnership. That's what I'm saying is like, he's had to have Gomez injured, Konate always injured, Matip sick note. So we've not even had the partner. We got better players, obviously.
No,
in terms of
partnership though. Gomez and
as in like not yet for one.
And then it was but that because the injury after that to Gomez, bro.
This is what I'm saying is that we've always had an injury. So when people say partnership, okay, when you say partnership, you don't look at John Terry, Carvalho, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, Yap Stam, and whoever. You don't look at any of those players and say anything in the realm of, yeah, but you know what? If he just stayed fit, this would have been a... No. All of these guys, the reason why that you can call it a partnership is because you're like, well, these guys remain together for about 150, 200 games each, like together, whatever. And this is the kind of record that they obviously created. Unfortunately for Liverpool, the only defender we've been able to rely upon is Van Dijk. Hence why he's had Matip, Gomez, and Konate as a partnership. Yes, in seasons, they've all been good, but unfortunately for them, they're the Varane of the situation. You're only looking good because you've got Virgil van Dijk next to you because he's the
also as well though, G, if you look at the Man United team, they had Wes Brown and John O'Shea, so they weren't never going to get into
no. That was never, you never look like I said, but no one brings up those players as those are the players that we're going to bring in conversation and they're going to realistically play unless, and Wes Brown, by the way, was a fullback, unless they're going to come in for Rio because he's injured, Vidic because he's injured, not because we're rotating here and there. Like, remember, them man, again, they never really used to do that back in those kind of days. And again, Wes Brown was more of a fullback than he was an actual centre back anyway. John O'Shea, the same thing. Later years, especially, was moving into left back, right back.
But
Did
no,
you
but
get
what I mean is,
I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing.
no, but I'm not saying you're dissing them. I'm just saying if you look at those players in it, I think our club, Matip had seasons where you're like, bro, he's definitely one of the best centre backs in the world. Gomez.
Oh no, bro.
Wes Brown, Silva, even the Arsenal guys that you could come in. Like, you've never seen a season where you're like, I could understand why they could come in. That's why I'm like, no, these men don't want to change it because they know these are our only good two. And if we have to change it, then it's not going to look as comfortable. But I get in terms of what you mean about the partnership. Obviously, they be together for longer. So there's more of obviously an overall look at it. You go, okay, now they're good. They are a good partnership. But the reason why they stick to that partnership, yes, one, no injuries, great, and they work well together. But also, two, there's no one on the bench that's fighting to come into that. So it's always like, oh, they're in a position where they're the best two centre back. I know Calafiori was signed, but it looks like they're going to use him more as a left back. Maybe in a game where they want to rest Gabriel, they might use him more as a centre back. But they don't have anyone else in there where you go, oh, he's on the bench going, blood, I need some game time. I need to come in and play because
I think that's by design, though.
I can play. Do you know what I mean? So they're always going to be able to stick to them too, and that's what they want to keep it.
But I do think that Liverpool would have done that. But unfortunately, I said, the other centre backs that we've got, they're all injury prone. So we've had to kind of have this, okay, we have to have Gomez, we have to have Matip, we have to have Konate. Let's be real, because we obviously, in terms of we don't play like Man City, Liverpool in any other walk of life would not have this amount of centre backs. It would be pointless. You can't have Konate on the bench. You can't have Gomez on the bench or Matip. Like, it wouldn't make sense for a team to have a player of these kind of qualities to just sit on the bench, regardless of whether we want to rotate or not. You would actually probably more likely have players of Sepp Vandenberg's level or Kwanzaa's level, because in your head, you're like, you're not really going to play. I just need you to come in every now and again. Whereas a Gomez, Matip or whatever, because they're always getting injured. Now we have to have good centre backs. And that's why it's always rotation. I think if Konate can just stay fit for 2 seasons, he's gonna have to remain really consistent with being fit. I think that's when I can start saying, I think this partnership is better. At the moment, I can't look past Gabriel and Saliba because I'm like, you've shown me 2 years of solid work. And to be honest, you had the best defense last season as well with that, on top of the previous season where you were pretty solid as well. I haven't seen that from any partnership from Liverpool, other than Van Dijk is the guy who partners Van Dijk. Beginning of the season, we all did a prediction. I'm pretty sure some of us were saying Kwanzaa should play ahead of Konate. Like, that shouldn't be it. Like, we should know centre-back is one area, bro. Like, these are my centre-backs, bro.
But
the rest of you, man, could fight.
Because our defenders are good, in it, like, in terms of how we...
But I don't want that, though. As in, I don't want my centre-back partnership. I'll be honest. I don't like the fact that
sometimes you need that to help you win leagues, in it, because that's what City has, in it. They've got players that when you take them out,
but City don't play with 2 centre-backs, though.
They play with 2 centre backs. They do 4.
No, but as in, okay, you'll see in a game, Vardy, Ake, Stones, Diaz. That's 4 centre backs you got.
You're now talking about players that can play in multiple positions. It doesn't mean they're not centre backs. It just means they can adapt.
But that's what I'm saying. Is in we don't have that. As in Gomez, other than Gomez, sorry, obviously he can play left back, centre back, right back. Konate can't play right back. Van Dijk can't play any other position. Who else would have one? Konate. Kwanzaa can't play any other position. So we only have centre backs, and it's only 2 slots in the team. So that's what I'm saying, is that, like, I just rather, like, obviously we got them, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying that in order to win a league, in my opinion, you cannot rotate your centre backs like that, because unfortunately it's not like City where Vardy can slot in at left back. We can't do that. So I'm like, all right, I just need you to have 2 players who may play 90% of the games, and then you just keep it that way. Whoever's on the bench, I don't care about. They just come in for the cup game.
That's why Arsenal was in that predicament, because that's what they thought. And then Saliba got injured, and then they lost. They blamed that on the reason why they lost the league, because they didn't have adequate. I'm not saying you need to have the same level, but you need to have someone that can come in and go, do you know what? I just need to defend. And
Yeah,
Man
yeah,
City
yeah.
have that. If Diaz gets injured, they're like, all right, Kanji, you come in. If we saw who was on the bench, Ake was on the bench. You're like, oh, not even on the bench. You weren't even fit, bro. You're like, oh, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got Guardiola that can play there. So they can
Yeah.
they can rotate, and that's how they consistently keep winning league.
You don't
Because
think that Saliba's better than Diaz, but
sorry,
you don't think that Saliba's better than Diaz?
Diaz, what Man City Diaz?
Yeah.
No.
I
It's
still
all
think Diaz.
about the Premier League.
No, that's fine. Footballing people, bro, because I feel like he's mad disrespected, boy. Bro, as soon as the shiny new Saliba came under lockdown, no one even speaks about him anymore. Like he don't exist, bro.
Bro,
And he
we
win like
know.
a FA player in that Premier League player of the season. And Diaz
But they went from telling us that Diaz was better than Virgil and is the best centre back into league to don't even talk about him anymore.
Bro,
I remember they
I
did
need
that
these
to
people to have their
Laporte as well, didn't
conversation.
they?
Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, the reason why they didn't win the league when we won it is because Laporte was injured. And my brother, was
No, I thought it was Sane.
20 points ahead of you, brother. We won that. Relax.
No, but you know what? The one of the thing was Sane. Was it the Charity Shield game? He bust his knee, blood, and that. And I'm like, oh my days. When Sane was injured, I'm like,
yeah. Well, yeah. Speaking of what we were speaking about with the rivalry, and I don't know if you've seen Bernardo Silva's words after the.
Yeah.
Very, very. It's interesting still from their point of view, but you get me. Sometimes it's come from them being rattled, but I do think Rodri said the same thing last season and they won the game, so I feel like they probably believe it. But he basically said that the difference is, I don't know, maybe that Liverpool have already won a Premier League and Arsenal haven't. That Liverpool have won the Champions League and Arsenal haven't. Liverpool have always faced us face to face, trying to win games, but so from that perspective, the games against Arsenal haven't been like those ones.
The players can only tell you how they feel, bro, and you only can take it from face value in it, and then we can add assumptions on top of it.
It's a weird thing because he can't be wrong in what he said, but it's not a fact what he's saying. It's like it's subjective in it when it comes to
yeah.
It's like, I mean, you still Barcelona fans in it, so you like your football a certain way. I'm not even trolling, bro. It's a certain thing.
I feel like the way you said it, like I don't know, like
no, because the goalkeeper's out for like 7 months now, man. Just taking it.
No, I don't even mean, bro.
I don't like how you brought it up on the eve of a man just nearly dying, killing himself in the goal.
Nah, okay, I'll do it different. It's a bit. I'm trying to think of a different example, but the Beery said something to me yesterday.
You can use
all right, G. Me and you are fans of the Zerbi football, innit? Which is pretty much Barcelona football, but it's fine.
It's Barcelona football.
But when we were linked for a new manager, most people told us like piss off with De Zerbi, don't bring him anywhere in my club and all that stuff.
Yeah,
because they want a certain type of football in it. You don't mean they're wrong because football's won the league before. It's like when I wanted Mourinho, man were like, don't bring this guy parking the boss. When Arsenal were linked to Mourinho, they didn't want him, but now Arteta's doing more defensive work than Mourinho. So then it's like, depending on what you like the most of and what you see football being, because we all do it. We watch a game and we go, yeah, that's real football. But real football is more than one way. That's why when we finished the Nottingham game, I think came out was like, oh, Nottingham didn't even do anything. And I'm like, they did.
They did.
They had a game plan. They defended well. But everyone sees not doing anything as, well, they didn't do the counter-attack against us and they didn't try and score these screamers. It's different types of football, isn't it?
Is it because football's meant to be entertained, or it's a sport that's meant for entertainment?
Yeah.
So when you're sitting there and you're going, oh yeah, this is just boring, bro, because I'm not entertained. I've paid money to come in here, and all I've seen is man them just sitting a low block the whole game.
Big up Ends, big up Savage, big up the chat, man. I gotta shoot.
I love, man.
All right, bro, big up, bro.
And then obviously from different people's point of view, I mean, football wasn't made to be entertaining. It was made just to compete against each other. It just become that. So like for them, it's like, I hear all you like talking about it being entertainment, that, but if we try and be entertaining, we might get punched up by this Liverpool squad. So we're gonna do like screw you entertaining, blood. You'll see. Plus the Coglu's got that. He's got that old school narrative, and it might fail him because he's always like, football should be entertaining. And when you watch Spurs bop the ball around, it's entertaining.
Yeah,
before they get caught in their high line and their goalkeeper's losing his mind, bro. And it's like, ask your fans now how they feel about your football, and they're going to tell you we'd rather win the game, bro. So
do you think that's because obviously we're impressionable in it, so like there's certain things that will be put in the media, said, and then we'll run with that. So I feel like if football was kept in the way it should have been played, right? It's competitive, it's free flowing. Express yourself. We pay our good money and we see some great goals. Some could be like 5-5, 6-6. because there was not a massive financial gain at the end of it, but it was about trying to win stuff as you go. But now, because it's more concerning about the player's contract, it's more about what your club is making, it's about how much you get for winning the Premier League. It's about, so then people are like, I don't care how we get to that end goal. I just want to get to that end goal, that financial. But I'm like, at the end of it, apart from endorphins and the adrenaline of winning it, we don't get to see none of the financial profit.
Exactly, and from the manager's point of view, I get why they do it, because they're like, I'm the one who's going to lose my job, not you lot. Like, the players won't lose their job if I set up a team to be entertaining, but they keep leaking goals, i.e. Vincent Kompany. I mean, luckily for him, he got burnt. He got a Bayern Munich job. But it's like, if I set up my team to be exciting and you like get a few little, turns and that, and Odegaard does these turns and we score screamer, that's fine. But like, at the end of the day, we're gonna end up 17th and 18th in the Premier League, get relegated, and then I lose my job. But every player who failed me don't lose their job, bro. So screw you lot. And that's why, like, Maverick type players from teams, they get an edge taken off them. Everyone thinks that the manager's doing the anti-football thing. Nah, it's just that, is your edge enough to win me all these points, or is your edge enough to just give me 5 big moments a season for a compilation? I hear that. Whereas before, you had a mix of it, where it's like at least 3 of the players are going to be high octane entertaining. Whereas, like, bro, you didn't watch an Arsenal game to watch Martin Keown play football.
No.
He's going to defend great, but I don't care about. I didn't care about him. I didn't care about Lee Dixon, Nigel Winterburn. I didn't care about any Pascal Segan and that. But I didn't care, bro. But on the top of the pitch, they had Bergkamp, Perez, and Henry, blood, and them man were doing, a little bit more of what they wanted to do. Liverpool, even in our dark days, have always had a top striker somewhere, and Gerrard. That's crazy, isn't it? By the way, that Gerrard just always there. He was always there, like
Gerrard and the top striker.
Exactly. So what Liverpool had was, and I had it through school, is I can't always count on the results. We're never going to be terrible, though.
Yeah.
But I can count on exciting football. So we'll probably play Man U, even though we're 7th in the league, and still win. And that's massive for me because it's a rivalry. And when we're in a cup, we might win the cup. Whereas these teams now, you've seen it, like, check the list of the FA Cup and League Cup and that. It's the same teams that keep winning it.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember, what was the last team that won it outside of the regular? Outside of Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City?
Like Birmingham or something.
Birmingham
won
the
League Cup, did you say?
Yeah.
Birmingham when you beat Arsenal. Was
Leicester in the FA Cup.
Leicester, FA Cup, against Chelsea.
And there you have it, and they won the league not long before that. So it's like, it doesn't change, bro. If you ask modern fans, like, that sounds disrespectful. If you ask younger fans, they might have a different thing to us, because they live in the banter world, where they just want the 3 points so they can banter their friends, bro. There's a mixed era, and the way we grew up in that as well. Listen, man, all I'm saying is, if I saw Ronaldinho playing that game yesterday, blood, they would have had man defending in the back 6, blood, and I would have lost my damn mind, blood.
Because you know when he gets the ball, what he could do.
In fact, take that exact game ends, keep Man City, but it's 2006 Barcelona, and you lose 1 player. Then tell me, are you still going to see like the back 6 and Ronaldinho defending it? Bro, it's not happening, bro.
Them man, they're going to play as if they still. You'll feel like they still have 11. It will still feel like they have 11 players on the pitch. It won't.
Bro, I can't imagine that.
You won't even notice it. You might notice in like certain transitional moments, maybe.
Bro,
They'll move someone out of defense and put them in midfield to plug the guys.
AC Milan, Arteta would have had Kaka and Shevchenko in the back 6. Blood.
Kaka would have been like, "Yo, get this manager out of him." Like,
you think you could get Jordi Alba and Marcelo and that to just do what they did yesterday alone? Nah, blood. They'll defend, but when they win the ball back, they're trying to do something with the ball.
Movement so we can give you the ball.
Crossing it down the field like there was yesterday is for, like, when, say, Liverpool play Oxford and Oxford are winning 1-0. I expect Oxford to do that all game. I don't blame them. It's your one chance to get to the big time, bro. This is supposed to be the Premier League competitors, bro. This is supposed to be the title race guys, blood. Yo.
That's because there's so much emphasis on, as I said, man, it's not about the journey as such as the destination. So we have to do everything because there's a financial gain at the end. While the fans can pretend all they want and say, "Oh yeah, I'm so happy we won the league," but like the way we won the league, the way we were smoking everyone, that would always be in memory for forever, innit? But if we're gonna go the whole season and do the whole defense, yeah, we won the league. Oh, that's great. But there's no moments in there where I'm gonna be like, oh, that was enjoyable.
Like Man City's best time in winning the league, apart from the first time they won the league, because obviously that was a massive moment for them. If you ask them any other time, it's when they've been against Liverpool because it's so close.
It's enjoyable, man. They know because they play their best football. We play our best football.
They didn't just shithouse their way to beating us, bro. Like they needed a Vincent Kompany screamer in that. Blood. That's entertaining football, bro. And all the drama between it and stopping the ball on the line and this player getting sent, bro. It's different level, man. I said you want both win and entertainment. Pep does it, Klopp does it, Carlo. This is what fans want. It's why a lot of us fans are at least insane because only one team can win the league, so at least entertain us. Yeah, it's true. That's why the other leagues are they're a bit of a. It's just an advertisement because it's a when you go watch another league, it's a breath of fresh air watching it because it's way more exciting, bro.
Like everyone plays, bro. They don't. There's no. Honestly, bro, like I've not sat and watched any other leagues, bro, and I go, this is so boring, bro. The game's always entertaining because there's an absolute ballers out there that you're like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like the Milan derby was cold, bro. It weren't boring, it weren't low blocks. It weren't, bro. The man them was just attacking. They defended when they needed to defend and then attack when they needed to attack.
Yeah,
and they trust each other, bro. They pass to each other and trust them in the areas where you're like, yo, all right, no, just give me the ball, bro. I'll turn and pass.
I feel like I feel like Arteta's a little bit desperate at the moment. That's why he's turned his team this defensive. I think he's desperate. He's in the fine margins, and in his mind, it's like, yo, that was only 2 points off last season, bro. So when you do the maths on it, it's like, yo, one of them games, just win one of those games, and I would have won the league. And I'm like, bro, you could have won one of those games playing entertaining football same way, bro.
Put it to you this way, man. You can be as pragmatic or whatever you want to be, bro, in terms of like, guys, 2 points or whatever. I saw our team, I should say, go a season and lost one game and didn't win the league, bro. Yep. So you can try and say, I don't want to lose and blah, blah, blah. But not trying to win games of football is the same, bro. I know it's not in terms of like the points you get, but it's the same, bro, because you got a team that they've now played you now. So you think, oh, we're away. So what makes you think now you go to your ground, they automatically don't have the same players no more. They just come there with random duns now, and they could come to your ground and beat you as well. So you have to try and beat them no matter where you are, home or away. Obviously, you have to play slightly different because you expect them to have the ball more, whatever. But you still have to try and win. These men ain't trying to win, bro. They got all their goals from a cutback and a man hitting a wonder goal and a set piece, bro. Not one point did I see them play through them in that first half. And I know
set piece most of their goals this season as well.
They're like, bro, nothing. And even with Martin Odegaard being there as well, it's always been the same. So even if they go, oh, we was missing him, well, then they were missing Kevin De Bruyne, bro.
And Foden didn't even play the whole game. But he came off a little bit. And then obviously Rodri got took out in the first minute.
If Rodri stayed on in that whole game, I don't think did they score with Rodri on? They did, didn't they?
No, Rodri got taken off straight away. He got injured.
No, but I mean, did they get their equalizer from like?
No, he was already gone.
And you know what that helps? There's another man marking someone. That would have been probably Rodri's job.
Yeah, not to mention if De Bruyne and Rodri was on the pitch. But one thing I know for sure, that see all them shots that Diaz and Walker kept having. If De Bruyne has one of those shots, it's a goal, blood. So then all of a sudden Arsenal's stuck, bro.
Even Rodri, Rodri has.
You can't give De Bruyne that many shots. I think he's not. These men were hitting it off target every time. Bro. De Bruyne's not doing that.
Even the one when Gundogan had in the first couple of minutes, bro, that touch and then he volleyed it wide.
The volley. Exactly, bro. So, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, bro, but I don't like it, bro. It's not good football. But I guess I'm not an Arsenal fan, and if they win something, they'll be happy. But if you lose something, if you don't win anything, and you carry on playing football like this, good to see if you're happy at the end of the season, bro.
But they're pretending that they are, Sav. Like, and I know obviously it took us a little time before we won our league title, but I always felt like we were moving in the right direction, and we was trying to. But I know they're getting better as a team. I'm not trying to knock them in that way, but I'm just like, Man City don't fear you guys like they feared us, bro. So clearly you're getting better, but they don't care that you're like, to an extent. Obviously they care, but with us, bro, man was walking around in the change room. I don't like the wingers. I don't like the way that Mane and Salah. I'm like, bro, you think they're talking about your man them like that? No.
If I had to choose what Arsenal football's been the best under Arteta, it's not last season, it's the season before, bro.
Season before, yeah, bro.
And obviously they crumbled with like 3 or 4 games to go, but their football was really good. Like they came out from the first game, I think Leicester, and was on smoky vibes. It's like, this is good football, but they're doing a bit of everything, and that it's just that they got a bit emotional towards the end of the season. They started to tap into that. But apart from that, like, I don't know, man. I guess everyone's allowed to like the football how they like it, and that. But we're always gonna have that thing where it's like, nah. To me, that's and that what I saw yesterday, anti-football blood. And if they say, oh yeah, because the 10 men, well, you played like that against Spurs as well, bruv. They played exactly the same, bruv, and they got their goal from a corner. They weren't going to score against Spurs in that game. You could see it, and now they're all impressed in that. And I'm like, they're acting like they've won the game against City. You threw it away, and with the seconds to go,
yeah, you lost the game, bro. You didn't. That's a loss because you're winning.
Hey, I guess we'll see, man. But it's the latter in the season. If it's at the end of the season and they only need a point, maybe. But it's the beginning of the season, bro. Go and take it to them now. You could probably beat them.
He's played what? They played Chelsea. The City played Chelsea as well. I can't remember.
Chelsea, Ipswich, West Ham,
and Arsenal.
Yeah, one other team. I can't remember the other team as well.
Yeah,
Brentford.
Brentford on their day, you know what they're about as well.
Yeah, Brentford normally have a good record against City as well. Speaking of Brentford, did you see Bremo's goal? His volley?
No.
Left foot top bins, blood.
He's saying he's next for us to get.
The Liverpool fans didn't want him when he was linked to the summer. No one wanted him, bro. I like him, I do. I think it's cool, bro. We got Chiesa now anyway, so. Oh, yeah, Villa 3, Wolves 1. I'm only covering the top 4, and 2 of them played against each other, so Liverpool have to listen to get out of here. But these men just keep, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. There's a few things that I know in this world, but if you score early against Villa, you're probably going to lose the game. It seems to be the new thing. And if you score early against Man City, you're going to lose about 5-0, blood. So it's too early in the game, bro. Like, these men, one thing I'll say about Villa is they're very threatening attacking, blood. Very threatening, but like every time they go forward, they look like they're gonna score. And their depth has gone under the radar, blood. If you look at their bench and who they have on the pitch, you're like, raw. Where'd you get this team from, bro? You just assemble these men on the cover and that, blood. Hey, yeah. Good game, man. Decent goals in the game as well. Watkins got the scores. Kondo's goal was crazy, but he's like he just threw himself at the ball. And it's like a weird back heel volley thing in the air. And then obviously you see the man Duran and that, blood. Again.
This man's a problem, bro, because now he's becoming that annoying player that
bro.
If they're under the cosh in a game and Watkins ain't, which is crazy because I saw Watkins icing his ankle in the last game, so I thought he might have missed this one. In the Champions League game.
Yeah.
Midweek. But he's that type of he remind me of their, like, he's going to be the Origi for them, you know. Just come up and watch goal for them, bro, out of nothing. It'll just be a random game. 0-0. They needed 3 points. Could be the difference between second, whatever. And he just comes on the pitch, bro, and just rifles one in the net, bro. And you're like, oh my God, not again. It's not a coincidence this man comes on and scores goals, bro.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's off the bench, bro. Like, he keeps doing it, bro. And if he's not scoring a goal, he's making a goal, bro. Not to mention, like, their substitution in the games, they brought on, they took off Luka Dean and brought Matson on. They took off McGinn and brought Bailey on. They took off Ramsey and brought Duran on, and then they took off Onana and brought Barkley on, bro, and they still have people on the bench left, bro. And they're in 4th position at the moment. League kind of looks like
they got 10 points.
Yeah, I think the league at the moment, the same 4 teams that finished the league last season, they're all in the top 4 at the moment. So it's shaping up pretty nice. I think Chelsea's on just right at 5th, I think.
Same points. I just think it's goal difference.
But,
do you know what I'm looking at as well, though, Savia? We haven't spoken. I'll wait till we speak about our game, but I'll save it because there was a point I wanted to make about.
And that's for Villa, bro. Like, the thing is, with context as well, and I don't do this. You deserve to win business. If you win, you win, unless someone cheated. But watching the game against Arsenal, they should have won. Forget deserve. They should have won, bro. And then it's got all their games. They've picked up all their points they needed and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I don't really like Villa as a club, bro. But the only thing I can see is Champions League tiring them out, bro. Otherwise, from that,
that's the hope. But if you're looking at the squad, bro, as you said, bro, they're under the radar. So
exactly, and they've already got that in the Champions League.
So. Bailey in midweek, like resting him for the Premier League game to bring him on. That means he's fit for the midweek. And if they can wrap up points early in that, it doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the man have to play. They could just rest them. Then they wrap up enough points to make sure they take 8th spot, 7th spot, wherever it may be. Cool, man.
And I think they might have Bayern Munich next at home. I was trying to get ticket.
Good game,
trying to get ticket, but it's sold out.
Sold out. Yeah, it would be, bro. Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but the thing is, natural consensus are Villa's going to get spoiled by Bayern Munich. Villa's at home and they play attacking football. Bayern Munich play attacking football. Bro, whoever wins, this might be one of those games where it's just bare goals, bro. Because as you said, Bayern Munich has scored 20 goals in a week. So, yeah, it's
20 goal in a week, innit?
And they're just getting like everyone scoring for Bayern Munich. But substitution comes on, scores blood. Everyone's scoring.
Everyone's scoring. You remind me of how they used to be. Where you always look and you're like, oh, everyone scored. Canabri's got 2. Yeah. This man Sane's got 2. Lewandowski has 2. Someone in the midfield has 2. Then one of the centre backs. You're like, oh, okay.
Because I turned on the end of the thingy match before the Sunday game, Leverkusen, and they were drawing. But you know what happened, didn't you, bro? They scored in the 97th minute as usual. But what is this record, bro? You know how annoying it is, bro.
I don't know who keeps adding on 7 minutes at the end.
Bro. I swear, bro. When I saw the time the board go up, I said, right, they're gonna score. I hear it, bro. And the only difference is I thought it was gonna be Schick again, but Boniface turned up and scored.
Yeah, this man was doing the Henri no look pass on that, bro, the other day.
Yeah, man. And as for the Premier League in general, before we go to Liverpool, I think there's a lot of good goals this weekend, man. A lot of good goals. Hopefully that comes back in that, man. I like, you know what I mean? There's different ways to score goals in that, bro. But the reason why the goals are so good, because man are not afraid to shoot, blood. It's part of the game, bro. You have shooting practice for that reason, bro. If not, you might as well tell the man who's training you, like, allow shooting practice this week.
We're just going to pass it.
yeah, exactly, bro.
Let's work on our passing this week, because very good game, man. And as I said to you when we was doing the call-in, I swear, Dan, it felt so weird. I'm like, these man, and it was like they were acting like proper lackadaisical, but it wasn't like where I was like worried that they were doing it. It was more like, you man because I don't know. I was like, you man putting this on, bro, to catch these man out, to give them that full sense of security. Like, oh no, you know what? We're in this game, you know. That's how I felt in the game, bro. I felt like we made them feel that they were in the game, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I feel like the stats have made like content creators too excited into just dissing Liverpool, because I don't know why we can't just win a game and man just not diss us. But our own fan base, by the way, 3-0, you know, conceded 1 goal all season in the Prem, best record in the league. Don't seem to matter when it's us, blood. Everyone else gets the desserts and the praise and that from our fan base, but when it's our team, we don't get the praise from our own fan base, blood. Talking about, they had too many shots. But listen, I hear that, but they had 6 shots on target. You can, you know, if you say 20 shots, it sounds crazy. But when I tell you 6 shots on target, and you know some of them are slipper foot where Kelleher just picks them up, that means he made like 2 really good saves, bro.
There was one at the near post where you're like, bro, if that goes through him, bro, he needs to get a goal. Put Jaros in. You're there, bro. Save it with your hand. He saved it. There was one was a header. It wasn't even like they can't even class as a shot, bro.
And then there's one where he like tipped all over the bar, which he would have saved anyway. You know, he just jumps up and tips it.
Yeah, like, and then the one that came off of Trent and he made the save, bro. Like, it came off of his player, bro. Like that's not them shooting.
And also, other teams are allowed to shoot, blood. No, but we have to start. It's competitive football, bro. Like, are we? So, judging by the way Liverpool fans are acting right now, considering we've conceded 1 goal, but your biggest problem should just be that we lost to Nottingham. Apart from that, we've conceded 1 goal. So, and that was a great goal as well. So, like, so what are you wanting from our team? Like, perfection, bro.
Because perfection would have been, we should have stopped that goal from happening, and that means that it would have been 0-0 because the man them still didn't score, bro. So there still wouldn't have been perfection.
All the attackers have scored, apart from Kayser, but he just came in. All the attackers have scored this season. The creative players are doing their job. The defenders are obviously doing their job because they've only conceded 1 goal. And I'm knowing if I'm wrong. I'm guessing I'm probably right. Alisson must have actually no because he's injured. We must have the most clean sheets in it.
He's got 3. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm sure he was top on the last look because he had 3. But obviously he conceded 1 in the 4th game.
Yeah.
And then he would have most likely have a clean sheet in this one.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
got 3. Yeah,
but I'm looking at the saves that
Yeah.
Kelleher made. I'm like, he definitely would have made them.
Bro, it's weird to me, but this is what you're saying. We're playing in the best league in the world. This is my point, bro. It ain't the best league, bro. Man, them don't believe it themselves. Because if they did, they wouldn't be moaning about shots, bro. You'd be just excited that we won the game. If this is the best league in the world, you should be excited that we won the game, bro.
Mm.
Because that's what happens in the Champions League and that. Man don't ever in the Champions League game go, yeah, we won, we scraped through to the quarterfinals, but the other team had 16 shots. And who cares, bro?
Yeah, no, I don't care because that's what the goalie's there for, bro. Anything on target, save it, big man. That's
And
your
I'm
job.
yeah, and I'm supposed to sympathize with the fan base because they got PTSD. That's your problem, bro. It's not the players' fault, bro. Because you're nervous, bro. Bro, I don't get it, man. All I know is from that corner show yesterday, bro. If you didn't put the scoreline on the thing, you would have thought we lost that game.
There's always, and that's why I made the point, even with the Salah comparison. And
yeah, I agree.
It's just like, why can't we just speak about just that player for that particular game instead of going, nah? And it's the same thing with these guys. Like, no, but we won 3-0, but this. We're like, no, it's not a but, bro. Like, you can give me, okay, they had 19 shots, but we all watched the game, I presume, and we didn't look at the stats. And I never felt at any point they had 19 shots until someone said they had 19 shots.
Did you not hear when I
had maybe 4? I thought they had about 4 in my, because I'm like, those are what counts in it. The ones where my keeper have to make a save.
I agree. That's why I was
telling me for 90 minutes the team can't have 4 shots up. Then that's
remember
crazy.
I said that to Ozzy? I said, did you feel like they had 19 shots against us, or did you check the stats and he's like, nah, I did feel, bro. Everyone only knew that once they checked the stats, bro. I'm more shocked if I think something and then when I see the stats, it's way off. Because then obviously I've missed something. I can't lie in it. Obviously, I must have been making a drink or something if these things happen. But usually, and it's not because it's me, it's because I just watched the game, bro. Usually, whatever I think happened in the game, the stats are not far off, bro. The only thing I get wrong sometimes is the passing percentage of some of the players. Because
I wouldn't expect you to get that right, bro.
No, but not I don't mean in terms of like it's like obviously I'm not thinking he's made 38 passes out of 53. I would never think that in it. All I would think is this geezer's passing ain't been that good today. And then when you see the stats are gonna say, oh, he's got the passing accuracy is 79 or it's 83 or something, or he made 36 passes out of 43, which isn't that terrible. But it sounds like I've got it really wrong. But then I'm like, but that just shows how bad when he made the passes it was, bro, because I can still remember them. The fact, if I can come off the pitch remembering that all the passes you missed, then it must have been a bad pass. If it's just someone intercepted it and all that. That's football, because again, I'm not expecting man to be 100%. If you are 100%, that's incredible, Virgil. That's incredible, bro, because he wasn't passing the ball just back to the keeper. So to me, that's mad that your percentage is that high, bro. But apart from that, man, like stats are normally the same. If I think that man had a certain amount of tackles or duels or whatever, it's normally exactly the same or around about that time. You know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, man. But it's not the most important thing, man. It's just I don't know if man can enjoy the victories anymore, blood.
No, it's always, you know what it is, and it's always looking at the things that may affect you down the line. But so the only reason I feel like if you feel that we're going to win the league, then I can understand you're going to nitpick certain things because you want to sew those up. So when it comes later into the season, these are the things that are tripping us up in terms of getting those extra points. But if you were a fan that just goes, I don't think the team is good enough this season. I'm giving them a year. I don't think in terms of the squad replacements are good enough. Then I think you should just enjoy the results. I'm not saying you can't have discussions and pick out things you want to improve, but it shouldn't be the detriment of you enjoying the game or enjoying that we've won it, because your expectation isn't to win the league, it's to finish in the top 4. So if you're like, well, we do carry on doing this, then like we're conceding 1 goal and we're winning games and we're scoring goals and we look fluid going forward, in moments. But more times than not, because we have scored 3 or more goals most games. So you're like, oh, this is good, man. But if your expectation is to win the league, I can then understand you going, do you know what? Like 19
none of theirs is. None of their expectation is, because all I saw is, which is a fair point to make, lost to Nottingham. That's why you can't win the league. Okay, did you predict us to win the league? No. All right, then it's on course to getting what you meant, isn't it? This is a fair point by Robert. Letting 19 shots on the, but again, Robert, there's no way you knew that there's 19 shots, because 19 shots on the keeper there's no context to this.
Hmm.
But what shots were they? Because on the other side of the pitch, when Salah was having them slipper foot shots, do you think Bournemouth were worried about them?
No.
Do you think their manager was like, you can't let Salah have them kind of shots at our goal? No, because we know when you coach, that sometimes you're like with your players, if they're going to get to this position and all they're going to do is shoot, we're doing a good job. Let them do it. And that's so you can't do that, because if there's a ball, what's some soft shot and then Kelleher just picks it up, it's a shot on goal, bro, on target. But it's meaty.
Yeah, it's, as I said, the only one. There was none. Like, they got a flick on from a corner, which can happen. That's just defensively, the man getting a run on his guy and he gets a flick on, he hits the crossbar. That's not on target, by the way. What was on target is the one that ricocheted off a Trent, and then the goalkeeper made a save. But he's there, so I expect him to. That's his job, innit? He's not meant to just stand there and go, came off a Trent, let me just let that roll across the line. If the guy looks up and goes, there's no options, and then he hits a shot at goal and Keller just parries it or catches it, it happens, bro. You're running at goal, but there's no options because we're defensively set. You go, let me shoot. It's a shot on target, but it's not a dangerous shot. It's not a shot where you're worried. When who was it what's his name that plays on the right? Came on in the second half. Forgive me, I can't remember his name, but he ran down the right, did a little step over past Trent, and then Konate was there, but there was no one across the box because everyone was set ready to go. And he goes, I might as well just shoot. That's not a goal that I'm expecting my goalkeeper or any goalkeeper at any level to let in, bro, from there. Just save it, bro. Straight at you, push it away or catch it, whatever it is. So at no point did I was like, you know what, I don't like that they haven't. I didn't even know they had 19 shots,
bro. You wanna know how this is how I make it
didn't
fair.
Feel like they had it.
Liverpool had the exact same amount of shots as Bournemouth.
Liverpool had what?
We had 19 shots. They had 19 shots. We had 13 on target, I think it is. Yeah, we had 13 on target.
So that means we should have won 13-6.
This is my point, though. This is how I know I'm being fair. At no point did I feel like Liverpool had 13 shots on that goal on target.
I didn't feel like
we had. You know why? Because Salah had slipper foot shots at the goal that didn't do anything, bro. So it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. Like, big up Robert. He said, you only seen the highlights. This is my point, though. Luckily, you're not a content creator in it, because some men don't watch the game and still doing that, bro. Like, that's dangerous. It's half dangerous. Of course, you can't do nothing about it. You're not watching the game, but
you can choose to go and watch it back before you do that. So
yeah, it's half dangerous because I said the same thing for like 2 minutes on Coppish. It's nothing bad, but they were doing the play rating, but 50 had to pretty much do it on his own because Carl said he didn't watch the game.
Yeah,
and someone in the chat said the same thing. Oh, you let them have 90 shots, and then Carl's views on the game changed straight away. And the Drifting was like, 90 shots? That never happened. And then everyone's cussing Drift in the chat, like, yes, it did. Yes, it did. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't know it until you checked, bro.
Yeah.
You watched the game, you did a watch along, bro, and no one felt like that happened, bro. Because I swear the highlights of the. Okay, I'll check, because I'm not going to just say it. I'm going to check. I watched the Sky Sports highlights. I'm going to check the highlights after the game and see if I can count 19 shots from.
No, you won't, because I.
You know one thing for sure. You know one thing for sure is if it's a good shot, they'll put it in the highlight, bro.
Yeah. So, the near post one was the crossbar one, and then the deflection of a Trent was. Apart from that, and I think there's one when he was that might have been from the other games. No, when he parried it around the post, he just parried it. It's just a simple save. He had no option. Tried to bend it around the goalkeeper. Just push that around there, give them the corner.
Yeah, all I know is that if I see, I'm with you, but if I see because sometimes life happens in it, so you can't watch a game, see stats and that. If I check the stats and it looks like a certain way, bro, the first thing I always do when I don't even look at the shots, I just look at shots on target, bro. I don't even look, and then that's what I see in it. Now, if man told me man had 19 shots on target, I'm like,
then I'll be like, hold on a minute.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
The Man City don't even do that to us, bro. When they're trying to get a goal and that, get me.
If we had 30, even if they had 19 and they had 6 right on target, and we had 19 and 13 on target, so that means we should have won based on what everyone's worried about. Then we should have won 13-6 then, bro.
Yeah, you want to know why stats are stupid? What I just told you, innit? 13 shots on target to 6 on target. What do you think the big chances were?
The goals we scored. Oh, for them or us?
For both. Just guess.
Oh, the ones we scored are the big ones.
So, okay, big chances.
I know for them, it literally.
That's how many? Give me a number for both teams. How many big chances for Liverpool do you think they got?
I would say 4. I can remember.
How many for Bournemouth?
As I said, 4, maybe 4, maybe, and I'm pushing it. And that was one from us. One ricocheted off a
So it says Liverpool. You're right. Liverpool says 4 big chances. Scored 3, and had.
Yeah, because the Salah one he should have scored, bro. The one that Gravenberch gave
So my point. So it literally adds up with my point. If we had 13 shots on target, but only 4 big chances, well then that means that 9 of the shots were just whatever in it. And Bournemouth had 2, blood, and you named them. You named them already. Before I asked you the number, you told me what shots. You said I can count 2 of them, the near post one and the one I hit off Trentman, and they had 2 big chances in the game. So why did everyone go and read the 19 shots, what don't even mean anything? And then the big chances, nobody, bruv. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous time to be alive, bruv. Dangerous time to be alive.
And so they had 2 big chances, you know.
They're the kind of man that tell you that, like, when they went out clubbing and that, they spoke to Bear Gal and that, blood. And then when I asked them out, they're like, nah, like 19 of them looked over and that, but you only spoke to 1. Like, oh, okay.
Wait, you said you spoke to Bear Gal?
Yeah, you know, the man is like, nah, there's bare things that were on it, still about 20 of them. And then he speaks to his brethren, he's like, there weren't 20 things on it, there was 1, blood. She was fat.
Do you know whose thing I was in earlier, yeah, before you read that out? And obviously Troops posts his reactions.
Yeah.
I went, you know when you always say, I just click on the thing to just read the comments, blood. The way man are dissing the man in there, bro. I told man to shut up, you fat something. And he said, no, you're just a smelly fat you, blood. You ain't doing nothing. I said, raw, in your comments. Now, Twitter is, bro.
It's crazy. I can't lie, man. Like, Troops, yeah, I got nothing against him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not entertained by his throwing that, so I try not to watch it, and like, I can't deal with the fake patois accent. It winds me up.
Oh no, someone called him that as well. Man said you fake, just fake it.
I can't. When I'm in, bro, I can't deal with it, bro.
Same.
You was born in Jamaica, innit? I wasn't, bro. It comes out of my mum when she's angry, bro. Yeah, blood. If my mum just spoke to me like that all the time, I'd be like, what you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing? I've seen him for a bare of a stream just doing that over and over again. I'm like, blood. What's going on here, bro? Like, what?
That's is it appropriation? Is that what it is?
Yeah. He's gonna tell you that he's more Jamaican than everyone. That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, but then you like, I know about loving the culture, but it goes too far sometimes, man. And it's cringy, bro. And I know people, because they don't understand it. I know the real Jamaicans will be like, bro, this shit is dumb, bro. Stop doing that, man. But there's no one around him who's gonna tell him to, allow it, innit? Just stop. You just be normal, be you, bro. And if this is you, then that's fine. But bro, you don't have you don't have to speak patois and you don't have a Jamaican accent. Just allow it, bro.
Just allow it, innit?
It's not a problem.
No, I mean, there's a few words that literally is British culture because it comes from Jamaica, innit? So a couple of men say wagwan and that, bro. But man, don't do it with an accent. Man, just do it with your regular accent, bro. If you start doing, bro, you are taking the piss, bro. And if anyone else did that, everyone would be like, why is this geezer trying to? It's right what you said, though.
No, imagine that though, bro. For real, man said that for example. I said I'm gonna put on a Jamaican accent just to say wagwan, just
because bro, it's taking,
bro. Just be normal.
No, but it's taking the piss here because I'm not offended, yeah, but like you wouldn't do that with other cultures, bro.
Nah, you wouldn't.
Okay, so you think that man would, bro? Man, I'm not gonna do it.
Nah, don't do it.
All I'm saying is, in certain countries and that you wouldn't do that with, blood, because man would call you out straight away, blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If not, then right, everyone start saying hello in Japanese with a Japanese accent and see what happens to you, blood. See how quick you get cancelled, bro.
Yeah, because all of a sudden now you're being racist, bro.
It's the whole thing's weird, bro. Because some countries you're allowed to do it with, like Jamaica, everyone's allowed to do bomber clock for no reason. Everyone just says it, bro, like for no reason. They think it's funny. I'm like, okay, it's not funny, blood. If you do the French and that, everyone can do the bonjour, all this business. If you're another culture and that, and it's over with, bro. Livelihood gone. Man are gonna find your job on Facebook and that, shut down your whole career, blood.
So yeah, here taking a piss out of people from other countries. They're like, bro, no, it wasn't.
Exactly. Was this correct? You have seen losing the ball in our defense and teams are taking shots, which never should happen. It's the messing around in defense and the keeper. Teams should never have shots against us.
I think he means obviously once we mess around with it and lose it, then that's where the shots are coming from. I want to say that's what Max is saying.
Hey, I just want a newsflash, man. Most shots come from people losing the ball into one having a shot. This is just what it is. And then at the end of the day, all I'm saying is we've conceded one goal in it. That's all I'm saying.
One goal, bro. We should have. You know how? Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, we should have stopped that one goal. It wasn't like a one goal. Like,
I should have stopped it, man.
We should have stopped that. We could have had a clean.
We had like 4, and if I'm trying to be fair, 3 instances on that whole running to stop that goal. First of all, stop Elanga and kick him. The ball doesn't get there. Once the ball's been played, Bradley, kick him. Kanate steps. I ain't going to blame Kanate actually because Bradley should have already kicked him. Blood. And then Alisson saved the ball. Blood. That's it. Done. We'll take the 0-0. We would have conceded no goals this season. We had 4 wins and one draw, and we would have been on the way. Blood. You know what I mean? Now it's still Brighton and Nottingham and Man City and Arsenal who haven't lost. Brighton and Nottingham, you know, pussies, blood. Liverpool True said it's like some fans want to see us fail. No, they do. They do because the football's not what they want. They'd rather it just fail. So, you know, what I mean, they can be right. It's a crazy world, man. Like the possession stat, I remember in the match before halftime, we had 73% possession. When they showed it, sometimes you just watch with your eyes. Yeah, exactly. Because ain't no one care about that possession if you don't do nothing with it. Don't give a damn, bro. Man said it's a phony, you know. Phony is a funny word, blood.
Phony, man.
But honestly said Bill from Rochdale. Wagwan, my G.
You know what he said on his thing as well, which is magic. Man said that I need to know where this youth lives because I'll go there and mash him up.
Oh my God, I heard that.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, can you actually say that though?
You know, some man, you have to get a life when you're talking like that. Come on, man.
No, but I mean, can you say like that's a threat, bro? In any,
you can say it as long as nobody clips it and sends it to somebody, bro. Because really, it's like that's madness to say like that. And
now, say for instance, my man's house gets.
Yeah, exactly. And in it as well, he said, "I'm being serious," but he said, "I'm not joking. I'm being serious." I'm like, "Raw, you're so." It's not like Arsenal win anything anyway, but relax, man. Born and raised in Ireland for 10 years, moved to London, live here 25 years. If I was doing a fake Irish accent, top of the morning to you. My dad just slapped me then. Top of the morning to you, sir. Situation. Potato. Cut you off with your twice.
You know, I could picture his dad actually coming and slapping him instead as well. Oh, fuck it up.
Jokes, man. Man said his 36 grow up. Anyway. What are we saying, man? Darwin, West Ham.
Darwin, West Ham, man. He gets a start, I think. But I don't know because he rested Jota, didn't he? So Jota might want to come off of ice now. You know, he was on ice relaxing.
I think he played Nunes because he was going to start Nunes against West Ham anyway, blood. So instead of throwing him in there rusty, remember, it's a cup game. If you lose, you're out, bro. So I'd leave him.
Can I ask you a question? I know we never want Liverpool to lose, but would you mind if we did say mind because we will mind if we lose, but for the betterment of the course of where we're planning, where we want to be. No,
you must be crazy, but you know my thing already, bro. Get knocked out. If you get knocked out the League Cup and then you still don't win the Premier League, oh my God, terrible stuff, bro. And I want better for Slot as well, man. It's not going to lose this League Cup, bro. Losing the final or something, at least we can hold on to the fact that you got to a final in your first season, bro. Because if he gets knocked out in the first round to West Ham, oh my God, bro.
But you know West Ham are going to play their first team, but they ain't trying to rotate.
Yeah, they ain't going to rotate. Because then the narrative is going to be that we've lost to Nottingham and West Ham, bro. I don't want out of that trophy. That's a trophy that I'm always on the way to win, man. I'm always thinking we can win that League Cup. We win it. I think we win it more than anyone anyway, bro. But
yeah. What's the I saw it earlier and I should have taken a screenshot of it. Just Trent talking about Arnold Slot, how he's making him better and stuff like that.
Yeah. I got it at the end of this still, some of it anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait there. Is that what so when we shoot, it's by playing for a team and breaking them apart, but the opposite from our team is our own stupidity. Yeah, I guess that's the point, man. But We're the better team, innit?
We're the Max, though, man. I don't think they've been stupid. I think they just
Yeah.
can't be perfect in football, man. If we were perfect, that means we'll win the league, bro.
Yeah, man, and let's be honest, man. If you had to pick a time of when Liverpool's going to be a little bit more complacent, is when you're 3-0 up. I don't mind, bro. I'd rather it that. You don't want to be 1-0 up and being complacent because if they score, it's a draw, isn't it?
Mm.
So, where is play Lucho up front with Jones? Try it. No way, blood. Jones and Lucho up front.
Against
What?
West Ham? Nah. We're good.
Less of that, blood. You trying to get Slot sacked, bro?
Man said I saw something and I want to try it, boss.
There ain't nothing to see there, blood. There ain't no reason to put Curtis up front at any time, blood.
Big up, pops, man.
Good on, bro. What do you want from Slots? It's the max expectation this season. City's midfield is easy to pass. Yeah. That's the best team in the league, bro. Would you guys get Endo or start? Yeah, I would start. Yeah. Man, I'm just
That's the thing. We have to wait and see what this team looks like, innit? Or how he's gonna, because he might just see the same, like the man them just on the pitch. Like, bro, it's a midweek game, innit? I'll rotate the weekend.
Yeah, I was about to say, and I'm not gonna hold it against him if he chooses not to rotate the squad from the weekend. All right, safe, innit? As I said yesterday, these are professional footballers, but like,
because he only put, even for the Champions League game, all he changed was 2 man, bro.
and
Yeah, so he might even just run back again. He might maybe the other 2 Salah. Maybe he goes Salah rest and I don't know, maybe Salah, Sobo, and Trent. He might just go right side and then put Bradley somewhere. You know what I mean?
Listen, as much as I love all of our players and I have like people who are my favourites in the team, and I just want to win, bro. So if you play the same team, I expect them to beat West Ham. You know what I mean? It's just one of them ones. We are scoring goals, keeping clean sheets. Our fans are acting like it's the end. The end is near. Murph. Fans are acting like they're in a Diddy indictment, blood. It's not that bad, but you get me. So bit of a weird thing, man. I don't know. 20 Benty Alexander Arnold and that. Yeah, see. Obviously, I think it was an interview with Pearson, the Athletic, and that's what's been floating around and stuff like that. I tried to read the whole thing because obviously they just took the most interesting stuff outside of it and that. Obviously, this is crazy here because I've seen people losing their mind under this comment yesterday because obviously he put in as a minimum. And I'm like, Rev, it's not lies though, is it? Bro? He didn't say as a maximum.
All he's saying is, bro, I don't care what happens in January, I'm here, blood.
Yeah, it's exactly, bro. It's not like he said as a maximum, I want to be here for 1 season. I'm like, well, then you're telling me it's over, bro. So I don't understand why it's all harsh, but it's he said he wanted to be a Liverpool player this season as a minimum. Is what I will say. I have been at the club for 20 years now. I've signed a 4 or 5 year contract extensions. None of those have been played out in public, and this one won't be either.
You take that part. Sorry, Sam. Wouldn't you take that last bit there where he said, "And this one won't be either," as more of a positive than a negative?
Yeah, but to be fair to Dave, and he needs man to click it on it. Sorry.
No. I know, but that was out there anyway, and people skip past that to use this quote.
Yeah, the problem is the man is stupid because when you click on this and you click more, the part I'm reading is underneath it. So if man chose not to read it, then.
But that's what I mean, because you say all my other contracts I've signed has never been in public, nor will this one be. That to me says there's discussions. And when he signs it, he'll tell us, bro.
The weirdest thing about that statement is he made that same statement about 3 weeks ago when he said he won't be played out in public, and everyone took it as, oh my God, why did he say that? Blood, stop reading stuff, man. I'm even like, yo. He said the most important thing is always trophies, if I'm honest. I want to win trophies. I'm a player who's highly motivated by trophies and winning them and being elite. But now I'm completely focused on this season, how many goals and assists and clean sheets I can get, hopefully to do enough to help us win the league. Which is a great statement, by the way. The fact he even mentioned clean sheets in there, bro. Because normally it's assists he cares about. So that's, that's a message from the squad, from the players around him as well. And obviously, he spoke about how slots improved and stuff. I think that's cold. I don't know, but people are going to look at for what they want in it. Like, they're not going to, as we've seen before, you could, even if they heard Trent say this with his own mouth instead of reading the statement, they'll still find something else to say, which is a bit weird for me.
Where is it? Let's see if I can find a bit when he spoke about how Slot is improving him.
Yeah, because I like that, man. He's been watching back the clips and all that stuff. That's dope. That's what you want from him, man. He's learning new stuff and that.
Then, bro, and I clicked past it. Fuck. No, it's still on my Instagram. Wants to win and wants to trophy. Okay, that's Fabrizio. Oh man. All right, sorry, bro. I'll find it. I'll find it out.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, man, I think listen, man, I'm relaxed when it comes to these contract things, bro. Like at this point, like at the end of the day, I don't have a say in whether man signed the contract or not for all three of them. So what am I going to lose sleep over, bro? Doesn't really make a difference. Doesn't really make a difference to me, bro. I don't have no. If Trent said today he was leaving, I still don't have a choice. And if he said he's staying and I don't want him, I don't have a choice either. Angel said Bowen will score, in my opinion. We are vulnerable down the sides, but West Ham's midfield isn't performing. Hopefully we'll win.
Bowen always scores, bro.
How vulnerable are we down the sides, though?
No, there's not this season.
I don't think so. And then in particular, I don't think Robert's been vulnerable at all, but I think he's been all right. He's not stepping up forward.
See if I can see this. I said to him, Slot, that I would like to be the defender that no one wants to come up against in Europe. We agreed that he will be harsh on me. If any time an attacker gets by me or gets past me, he'll call it out in meetings and individual meetings. And then say this can't happen or cannot happen. We go through every game together and see highlights where he wants me to improve. Even after the Milan game, we had about 20 clips going through what I could have done better and the good parts as well. It's really refreshing to have a manager who helps and guides me and teach me how to be a better player. I'm someone who wants to learn and someone who wants to be the best and someone who strives to be the best ever.
I like it. I can't remember because when I read it earlier, the part when he wants to make him against the read the different part again. Trent's a dickhead, blood. Trent, that sounds good on paper, bro. He's gonna be in a lot of meetings with Slot Boy for man running past him. Man just run past Trent like he ain't there, blood.
And so those 20 clips from the Milan game, but that just shows to me that this is a man.
20 clips.
20 clips, but remember they said even the training clips. That's the things that 20 clips, they went through. So the good things and the bad things.
The one thing is no one's scared of coming up against Trent, and that's never going to happen either. But he definitely can defend better. And
he kept Liao quiet, to be fair.
Yeah, but then Liao sent him. He sent him.
Yeah, Sav, we're going to get one of those, man. We agree that you're going to get one in a game.
That way he's spun him, blood.
Sav, we can't use that. Let him
man was going to grab his ankles on that, blood. He spun him, blood.
If a player makes you want to grab the ankle, bro, it's a long day, bro.
You know what it is, Trent, if Trent can get to the point where like he's doing up high fives and that for a tackle is done, that's different. But I just think he will never be able to shift how much he wants to do offensively, which is not a problem. It happens, and some people like have that defensive thing, some people don't. I like the fact that he's thinking like that, though. That's a good thing because it means he wants to work on it. Because even if you level up Trent at one level as a defender, it makes him way better. Remember, it doesn't have to be like being in the Prem and that. It doesn't require you to be world class to stop people going past you. It requires concentration. That's what it requires, and the know-how and the want to get back and tackle, man. If you want to tackle, man, that's way better than he's ran past me. I guess I'm gonna have to tackle him because then it becomes a chore. So, Matt said he wants. What are you saying? You want 3 trophies this season? I believe the league was lost because of injuries. I believe we have a stronger than City and Arsenal. Klopp should have kept quiet. What? The fuck does that mean? What does that mean, Max? Tell what you mean by Klopp should have kept quiet, blood. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean about leaving? That must be what it is, isn't it? So you think Klopp speaking, saying he was going to leave, got man injured and that, bro? You're crazy still. I ain't going to lie. And you think we got a stronger team than City and Arsenal? Fair enough.
And remember what he said is they were speaking about it from November, and he wanted to make sure it was said before he came out. Because imagine halfway through a season, the man them are fighting for something in their hair. Oh yeah, breaking news: Jurgen Klopp said he wants to leave.
That's really that he said that, because if he got leaked, yeah, and then the first thing was going to happen in the press conferences, someone's going to bring it up. So that means the man wants Klopp to lie. And then when he lies, you're going to say, why did he lie? Listen, man. Max, listen, in future reference, bro. You look at it, sound a Klopp alarm and time you out. Let's stop mentioning the man, bro. Let him live, bro. Yeah, fans are in there. Max, did you call for Klopp's head in the first season? Yes or no? Jesus. So they gave Klopp 10 games to prove himself, same as every ex-manager and ex-players. If they don't perform up to 10 games, I give up on the person. 10 games? What does... Okay, Matt's trolling aside there. What does prove... End up laughing. What does prove yourself mean? No. The reason why I said what does prove yourself mean, because does 10 games mean 10 wins, or does it mean... What does it mean? Like, because if it's style of play, you could show your style of play after 2 games and still be rubbish. So that's the question. And I feel like one thing me and Enz do is delve into people's comments, and I can't just say stuff. And so, you know what I mean? It makes more sense to explain than that, bro.
I was going to try and help you, Max, by...
Nah, that's just a dickhead, man. So wait until he plays Brighton. It's going to be 50 clips.
let Trent live, man. He's trying to be better as a defender, man. You know what I mean?
I hated Klopp for swearing at the fans. Swearing at the fans? What? Moaning at the press. He didn't blame the players. I believe he was managing us, and that's too many. I'm kind of bored of you lot with your feelings and that, man. I ain't gonna lie, blood. Nah, I have to say it, man. And I don't give a damn how you feel about it, even, bro. As I just said, I don't care about fuck everyone's feelings and that. See this Pep Linders bullshit, blood. Let the man live, bro. You know why I say that? Because it's just an assumption, bro. It's just an assumption, because every time someone says that, I'm like, you do know that we won 2 trophies the 2 seasons. So that means Pep Linders won the trophies then. I have to take some of Klopp's trophies away then, if that's the case, blood.
Then you have to give the other ones to Buvac and them, man. Well, we didn't win any of the Buvac, but you have to give him all them goals at Mo and Mane and that scoring.
You know what I'm saying?
Take them away, because without Buvac and Mane ain't scoring no goals, man.
These men are just beefing each other in the chat. Man said, I've been a fan from 77, mate. I've seen it all. He ain't seen it all, but the club started in 1892, mate, so he ain't seen it all.
Ends what people heard was Klopp never did anything work with Trent.
That's true, though. Trent will say it's refreshing. Someone's going to, I promise, bro. Fuck it, I'll tell you. When this gets read to Drifty's going to say he's disrespecting Klopp, bro. I believe Drifty's going to say that. Because some man just get offended by everything, bro. Like, he just said it's refreshing, bro. He didn't say anything about Klopp. He didn't mention his name, bro. Hey.
And so he's just
to win and gain points, not to lose 3. Are you speaking of riddles, bro? What?
10 games to win and gain points, not to lose 3.
So basically, win all the games. So 30 points, not 27, is what you're telling me.
We got 4 more games. As long as we don't lose 2 of them, he's good.
No, because he's lost 3 already, Nottingham.
Or is it the points? I thought you meant like lost 3 games. My bad.
Yeah. Guess you've given up on it already then. Long day for you still. Long season for you still. Might as well go support Celtic or something. Nah, 10 games is crazy still. I don't know how easy people think it is to manage a football team and that, bro. But you know what I mean, give him time to implement what he wants to do. Give him a season. You know what I mean? Because you can't sack him yourself. So it's so what matrix are you living in, and how do I avoid it? And how many games do you give him?
Bro, I don't give him. He's got the whole season, bro, to do whatever he needs to do.
Oh, you're right.
I'm happy with him.
You are right. Shit, man.
3 out of 10, but it's difficult, man. Because what if within that period he had Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and these teams?
You heard what the man said. The clock's ticking, bro. West Ham it becomes a bit shaky for the last couple of games, boy. You know what I mean?
He's to West Ham because it only gives us one left.
I think the 10th game might be Real Madrid or something. You better hope it's Bologna, bro. What you say? You giving him 12? They ended up giving him 12 games. That's 14. Pops is looking at like 22. Ash said 25. You know what I mean? So,
all right, say less, bro. Do you know who I'm giving? I'm the only person attached to games right now is a certain player.
What, Mosey for that? How many games you giving Mo, bro? How many more games to be bad?
I told you, I know he's not going to start the next, but I'd say I know. Maybe I'm hoping he doesn't. I want to see someone else. But yeah, nah. Two is enough for me, man. 1 is a blip. 2 is consistency, bro. I can't take another one.
I can't lie, the stream last night was killing me because everyone kept saying he's been bad for 2 games. I was like, so we're just going to ignore the third one. All right.
I didn't want to bring up because with the third one was more like a half, I'd say half a game, I would say.
No, you did the watch along, you were screwing. You were screwing.
I had to play into the narrative, man, because I thought, we only wanted 4 in it. So if he starts the next one and plays, man, that's the 4th one still.
Max, you still feel? I think Max still thinks Bill Shankly's our manager, isn't it? Like, you know, managers stuck in their decade and that.
When we are Liverpool best in the country, don't fear no. Yeah, we don't have Bill Shankly and.
Anytime man say we are, anytime anyone uses the slogan "We are Liverpool," Leap and I locked in some generation. Man thinks Souness is our captain and that's the man.
We ain't got Alan and them man there no more.
Yeah. Alan Hansen definitely your favorite player with them kind of loans. But yeah, Robert 6 said it, but I hear you still. We will make that manager very rich, paying him out a full contract, sacking him after 10 games. Trust me, he'll be getting paid for the next 5 years, blood. Mourinho's getting paid from Man U for time. Mourinho, the Chelsea, Tottenham, and Man U, but he's getting paid for time, boy. Since the team is such a team, does it mean if we win trophies, we can pray? Yeah, that's what I said, bruv. That's exactly what I said. It's bullshit that talk about it's not his team and that. That's safe, but so if you win with the team, then send Klopp the trophies, isn't it? God, that's crazy. That don't make any sense, bro.
Mail him their medal.
Yeah. It don't make any sense, but it's not like man's come in. It's like man's got sacked with 5 games left of the season to go. You know what I mean? So, I hear honesty, 7 games. I hear it, man. Question that quadruple season. There was no quadruple season.
We're challenging.
There's no quadruple season. Listen. This is why people think our fan base is stupid. But we want to double that season. That's what we do. There were no quadruple. But what was your thoughts afterwards of the double season? Bro, I just thought the boys I'm proud of the boys in that. They seemed a bit tired towards the end of it, which is granted. Not to mention that Salah and Mane both went AFCON as well. So how I felt after it, I was fine. I think had the parade in it. I was fine, but the parade was cold. But how did you feel, Enz?
Just happy that we win trophies, man. I grew up with a team struggling to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. 2 trophies.
Just struggling to just be involved in conversations. Now we're always in it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, 2 trophies, man. And I think in the league as well, the reason why the league wasn't, even though it became more dramatic because of the way the season ended, but the reason why I wasn't pissed off about it is because, man, I forget, we were 14 points behind Man City. So the bigger question is, you shouldn't have been there in the first place. They were drained by the time they got to the end of that, and we still won all the games, and then they beat Villa on the last day. So life in it. And then the Champions League final, I was exhausted watching it, bro. Then I know the players were tired because I was like, this Champions League final does nothing about this final seems fun, bro. Like nothing, bro. Not the entertainment before on stage and all that was dead. The fans were getting pepper sprayed outside the stadium. The game was delayed. For me, it was a bit meaty, bro. Like the whole thing was, and then obviously the game was whatever. The game wasn't that exciting either, to be honest. So
Mm.
I didn't really care like that.
Liverpool should have won that one.
Yeah, and when was the parade? The day after?
Day after.
Day after, innit? Shit, man.
And
That's
then
weird.
Liverpool-
I went to the parade, but I don't remember. It didn't feel like I went the day after, man. But obviously,
they flew back the same day. Well, the same day they flew back. No, maybe in that slightly early morning.
yeah.
They went straight from the thing to the parade bus.
Yeah, because I remember when I got back from parade, everyone was like, Mane was miserable on the bus. That's why I'm like, bruv, just because the photographer took a picture of him before the bus left and he was chilling, he was happy as shit on the bus, bro. I'm sitting back with the players on part-time jobs in the factories, the good old day. He goes, man. Be on the chat though, man. Get the hell out of here, man. What's the time? Early business. The weather's ass. More work to do. Hope everyone's well in the chat though. En's got members video popping up tonight, innit? So speak to the people.
I feel a bit better, man. I'm fucked, bro.
What? I don't even know what you just said.
I want to do it because I said to the people I want to do it. It's just a members videos, guys. So if you're in a member, unfortunately you ain't going to be a part of it. It's just a Q&A, so you guys we'll just chop it on, man, and have a conversation. Could be anything, any questions you want to throw in there. We'll just, you know what I mean?
Fucking hell. Did you sound any more enthusiastic?
Nah, bro, my throat is hurt. That sounds mad whitish as well, but
What happened between you and your throat, keep it to yourself. But just we got Max, man. Said Shankly said Liverpool don't celebrate second place. It's a failure. With all due respect, Shankly's dead blood, so
Jesus Christ.
Nah, but he's dead blood.
I know he is, but I'm just saying.
Nah, but but I'm not one of them man that was celebrating dead man's quotes and that, blood. He's out of here, blood. He's on the stairs, blood. It ain't nothing to do with me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't the Liverpool manager no more, bro. Slot said 83 points. That's what I heard, blood. What you said, yo, Max is not the 1900s anymore, blood. Big up Shankers, though. You get me? But that's not my football still. Unless you don't want me to lie in that, like I sit down watching Bill Shankly football every day. God, I don't, blood. I know that much.
Don't you?
Hell no, blood. That kick and rush football in the mud and that. I ain't trying to see that.
No, man, they were better than that. Don't do them like that.
Remember, kick and rush football in the mud, blood. You know what I mean? Goalkeepers had no gloves and that, blood, and tight shorts. Allow it, blood. That's not my football still. Man had the sub sitting on the ball behind the goal. Bro. Less of that, blood. That amazing speech by Enz just convinced me to become a member. It was like Martin Luther King. Pablo! Hey! Come here, man.
My throat is hurting, bro.
Hey, stop saying that.
How should I put it then?
Nah, blood, but when the Diddy case is live, bro, you don't want to be talking about your throat these times, blood. You get me? You have to just relax it down.
A bad throat.
That's the problem. I want us to be top. Everyone else is happy with second. Well, you keep mentioning second, but we didn't even finish second last season. But everyone's not happy with. No one's happy with being second, bro. When the season starts, go like that. When the season starts, we all want to be top of the table. We want to finish top of the table, win the league, but we're not. It's not that. We're just all a bit more realistic in it. Like the league's harder. It seems harder anyway. It's not easy. The manager's just got here. So give him a break, and let him get past like halfway through the season and that. Let him live, man. Let him, you know what I mean? Let him learn everyone's name in action before we start begging of free trophies and all that. Man. You get me? But you keep saying that everyone's happy with it, but show me the people who are happy with second. Cause I ain't seen anyone say they're happy with it. It's one of them, man. But you can't live in the past, but as I said, but Shankly ain't been around for a minute, blood. You get me? Man, I had all the managers since then. That we are Liverpool thing don't work in 2024. No one cares, but you know what I mean? Yes, we have the biggest history of any club, but football has changed. We don't even have the biggest history of any club. That's not the truth, blood. Maybe in the English league, blood, but we don't have the biggest history of any club, blood.
No, we don't.
We don't, blood. We don't. So it is what it is. And history is just that, bruv. History can stay there, blood. Anyway, big up the man. Then gonna get the hell out of here. Enz needs to sort his throat out, and my dog keeps looking at me like he's got a problem. So, yeah, big up. I know I was on the trolling, but yeah, big up to everyone in the chat, man. Big up everyone that came along. As I said, yeah, man, become a member over on Enz's channel, and later on, what time's the video? 10.
10, yeah.
10. All right, then, man. We're gonna get the hell out of here. People, go and enjoy the rest of your day. Do some push-ups or something, man. And big up Bill Shanks, man. R.I.P. and that.